Alright. Is this stuff working? Let's see here. Hello? Hello? Hi? What's up? Hello? Oh, hold on, I gotta find a good spot to put the mic. Hold on. Make sure I'm nice and crisp. There we go, that's pretty good. Oh my, well here's where we find ourselves 1 year later, huh? Let me get chat up here. Alright. I think we got chat. Chat, say something. Tell me I'm speaking words to the internet. There we go, yeah, no square IKEA table. I mean, I still have it, I could have used it, I guess, but I don't know, we had this table that we upgraded to at some point last year for other camping streams, and like, this gives more room for activities. Like, yes, the square IKEA table is perhaps a bit iconic, but this table is just like, allows for easier actual cooking. Which is exactly what we're doing today. No shit. Audio's really good, video has a slight stutter. Oh, is this gonna be a thing now? Is this gonna happen? How bad is it? Is it like horrible, or is it like just okay? I always love trying to do streams that isn't my regular setup, because my god, the not horrible. It's great. It's fine. Okay, good. Then I'm just gonna live with it, because I really don't want to have to deal with any of that shit, because that definitely is horrible. Okay, cool. So, yeah, we find ourselves back in the original campground, if you will, of Clueless Bachelor cooking, or I guess camping. We're not gonna be camping tonight. I consider that, admittedly, but the main factor is it's supposed to get really windy overnight, and I don't want stuff like blowing away. Plus the fact that it's gonna get like really cold by the morning. So like right now, it's like it's not warm, obviously, but it's like fine, right? I'll survive. But I definitely don't want to have to deal with freezing my balls off in my tiny little sleeping bag meant for like summer camping. So yeah. You see some hams? There might be some hams down there. I mean, we had to bust out the same beer as last year, right? Like, we gotta recognize tradition at this point, but also, like, throw some new twists into it, right? And I think, if anything, you might have an idea of what we might be cooking from today, I think, already. I think that might be a little bit of a hint that you guys might have picked up on at some point. And, yeah, like, you're supposed to get a feet of snow in Chicago and it's only rain. Dude, I was the exact same way. Like, this is why I was talking about, like, oh, what's the weather going to be over the course of the past week or so, because I was hoping, like, I always wanted to do the balcony stream again, but I was actually originally hoping to do a snow stream where we were, like, out in the snow, but obviously, as you can tell, it is not snowing. Yeah, it is raining in the high 30s. Very depressing. In theory, it's supposed to switch over to snow maybe later tonight, but obviously, I was not going to just be sitting there in the soaking rain when it's in the 30s and trying to cook, because that would have been miserable. So I figured, hey, you know what? Let's do the balcony stream. Fuck it, man. Let's bring it back. So, what are we gonna be doing today? Well, obviously we're gonna be doing some cooking, but before we do that, since it is rather chilly out here, I figured we can start off with our alcoholic beverage. Now, yes, you did spot the hams down there, and yes, we will be definitely consuming some hams at some point. No doubt about that. But I figured before we do that, it's probably for the best that we get something warm, right? Something that'll, like, warm the soul, if you will. Something that'll get us nice and hot. So, I honestly, like, I don't really have a lot of familiarity with beverages, like alcoholic beverages that are warm. I don't really ever drink warm alcoholic beverages. So I didn't really initially know what to make, and so I just Googled and I was like, what's a simple, easy to make warm alcoholic beverage? And Fireball. I mean, that's warm in a different way, huh? Oh shit, Tansy Baby just nailed it. Yeah, the first result I got was hot toddy, and I was like, lemon juice, honey, whiskey, and water. Yeah, I can do that. Those are ingredients I can work with, okay? So we're gonna make ourselves a hot toddy, which is the exact ingredients that I just talked about, so not that difficult to figure out. Okay, so we got our teapot here, tea kettle, whatever. Shots? Well, I mean, like, the good news about this amazing campground that we stayed in last year is it's got a full kitchen. You have full access to any kitchen appliances, anything you might need, so if we end up needing anything that we don't have already out here at the campsite, I get the feeling we can always just access the, we can always just access the all-service campground kitchen. Okay, so let's get the water boiling first things first, and then prepare the rest of the ingredients, shall we? Let me see if I can... Okay, so take that off to the side for now. And let's pull up the hot toddy recipe. I'm just going to kind of eyeball this. Not really going to try to get too cute with it. So we got to be... Let's see. I definitely want a 2x serving since we're going to be using our manly mug. I even cleaned it, by the way. Hey, look at that. Pristine on the inside. It is actually possible to have this mug look like a regular, not disgusting mug, so that's exciting. Should make Irish coffee. Yeah, that would have been tempting, but I don't have any, whatever the fuck you need for Irish coffee, the liquor. I didn't want to go buy it. I already had bourbon, right? I already had knobs, so I figured, like, what can I just use was just, like, knob. So we're gonna do hot toddy. Fuck it. Whew. Okay, so let's see. It's gonna be, if we're making 2x serving, 1.5 cups of water. I'm just gonna eyeball that once I boil that. 3 ounces of whiskey. I'm probably just gonna eyeball that as well. 4 to 6 teaspoons of honey. I'm just gonna eyeball all of this. Yeah, whatever. Fuck it, dude. Let's get the lemon ready, since that's the only thing we really need to actually prepare in reality. Ugh, I got a lemon in here somewhere. Yeah. Yes, sir. Is it whiskey and a Irish coffee? Shit. All right. Well, maybe next year's balcony stream. Who knows? Who knows? Okay. I got a cutting board around here somewhere. Yes, sir. And a knife in here, too, somewhere. Oh. I had to put everything in boxes this year because it's supposed to get windy later, so if I put everything in plastic bags like I normally would, I'm pretty sure it'd get a little uncomfy and everything would start flying everywhere, so we got stuff that hopefully won't fly everywhere. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, it's Bailey's. That's what I was trying to think of. Yeah, Bailey's is in an Irish coffee, right? And, like, I've had Irish coffees and they're tasty, but the issue is, like I said, the ingredients, like specifically Bailey's, is not really something I have on hand. I didn't really want to buy Bailey's just for the sole purpose of doing the cooking stream. Where did I put that bag? There it is. I don't know how much lemon juice half a lemon produces, but hopefully it's enough for this one hot toddy. I don't know. If it's not, then well, it is what it is. Then we'll just have, like, whiskey-flavored lemon juice. It's fine. There is no Bailey's in Irish coffee? Well, let's just pretend there is, because it helps my narrative, okay? Whatever. Nature's trash can. Alright. So, let's see. We'll need honey. I got that in here somewhere. There it is. Great value, of course. And then we got, well, whiskey. I mean, obviously. You know your boy's using the knob, obviously. Hey, Joel, what's up, bud? And we got Joelle out here, too, of course. We got the power couple, obviously. All right, and then just water. That's all it is. That makes it nice and easy. I like that. Okay, and then the mug that we put right here. So, I guess I should wait for this to boil. I don't know. Is there any, like, weird stuff you have to do, or you just combine it all and just stir it up and you're good to go? Add whiskey, 2 teaspoons of honey, and 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. Stir until the honey has disappeared into the hot water. Taste and add... Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So Irish coffee is just whiskey, coffee, brown sugar, and cream. Okay, there we go. I don't have coffee because I don't really ever drink coffee. Not that I mind coffee, but I don't really ever have it on hand. So there, that's how I'm gonna cope. All right, just all right. Oh. Pastor. I guess I can just do like the rest of the stuff, right? Lemon juice, I don't know. How much does it say again? 4 to 6 teaspoons? The fuck is that? I don't know. I'm just gonna squeeze a bunch of lemon into here. Who gives a shit? Oh, come on. Hopefully we're not gonna get any seeds in there. Yes, definitely just squirting all over the place right now. It's getting a little too hot for Twitch. Okay, well, I'm just gonna squeeze out all the lemon juice in here. I don't really know how much it is, but whatever it is, that's what we're using. Joel under the weather, he's not spinning. Yeah, obviously I wanted to use this spinner, but it's just there's not enough space. We're gonna need like a decent amount of space tonight, and our table space is obviously pretty limited, so Joel's gonna be stationary for the night, but it's okay. He's trying to stay nice and warm and cozy, so we don't want him like flapping in the wind or anything like that. Okay, well, shit, what do I didn't bring out a trash bag because I'm dumb. Okay, well, I'll just put that in the original bag. Okay. Alright, I think that's about hot and warm and ready to go, which is good because my hands are getting cold, so... Alright, yeah, it looks like a solid amount of lemon juice in there. So it says 1.5 cups of water. I don't have any measuring cups with me, so I'm just going to be like, that's probably about, pretend like a cup, let's say, and then like a half cup is like that. That looks good. Yeah. And then 4 to 6 teaspoons of honey. I'll YOLO that. So like, let's say that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sure. Yep, tastes like honey. All right. And then a little knob for the boys. Okay, okay. Oh, okay, wet hand. Come on. Obviously, it's only gonna get colder as the night goes on. So yeah, we're gonna obviously at some point have to have a nice little heat source for ourselves, and we'll get to that, of course. All right. 3 ounces of whiskey. How much is that? I don't know. I'm just gonna add whiskey. There we go. That'll do, pig. That'll do. And then, I had a fork in here somewhere, right? Nothing's as classy like stirring your alcoholic cocktail with a fork. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Guess we're supposed to make it so like the honey in here disappears. I don't know, I can't really see any honey. But... smells nice, I'll give it that. Kind of smells like essentially like a warm whiskey sour, essentially. Which, I mean, that doesn't smell like a bad thing. Okay. Sharp. Roll the lemon a couple of times before cutting. Well, it's too late now. Whatever. All right, so I'm going to show you this extremely exciting visual of what... oh, careful, the scored. Extremely exciting visual of what this looks like. Yes, that's right. It does, in fact, look like liquid in a mug. There it is. How exciting. All right. But the question is, A, how does it taste? And B, is it cooled down enough so that I can not burn my tongue? Hoi! Oh! Okay. It's a clean mug? I know, I cleaned it just for you guys, just for the stream. You're welcome. Alright, let's see. Oh, if anything, it's just a warm mug is nice. That's nice. Very lemony. I don't know if maybe I added too much lemon juice, but... Ooh, that is tasty, actually. It's like a nice perfect balance of like sour from the lemon, sweet from the honey, and a nice little like, I don't know, almost like maple syrupness of the bourbon. Was I a big Game of Thrones enjoyer? Now, the story behind this mug actually is that my parents went to Croatia for vacation. And Croatia, specifically the city they went to, I forgot what it's called, but it's where they used, like, that's where they filmed on location for King's Landing. And so naturally, they had a bunch of Game of Thrones merch there to sell to the Game of Thrones fans, tourists, and so my parents, as a souvenir, bought me this mug when they got back. And Dubrovnik, that's right, yeah. And while it's not like I'm like super like, oh yeah, House of Stark, winter's coming, boys. Like, I watch Game of Thrones, but it was more just like, the reason I use this mug so much is just like, it's a giant mug, right? It's like, essentially holds like the equivalent of like 2 to 3 regular cups of tea or whatever you want to put in here in one serving, so. It's good when I got that man's appetite for tea. Or whatever I put in here. In this example, I guess a hot toddy. Never had alcohol in here before. Okay. I just like, I want to put my hand on the mug because it's warm. All right, we should probably start cooking stuff, though. Dude, I was watching some old clips of Game of Thrones last night on YouTube. I don't know how I randomly started watching it on YouTube, but I was watching old random Game of Thrones clips like back from like seasons 1 through 6. My god, man. It was so fucking good. Like, you remember how horrible the ending was? And of course, like, the bad taste is still in my mouth after all these years, like, after that finale. But, like, man, you go back and watch the OG clips, and you realize, like, my god, man, it was so fucking good. Like, they dropped the ball so hard, man, because, god, like, those first 4 seasons, and to a lesser extent the 5th and 6th season, were just, like, masterful television, dude. So insanely good. And then they just completely fumbled the bag with season 7, and obviously, especially season 8. Ugh. Where's the snow? Ugh, man, I know. I wanted to do a snow stream, man. So we're still doing an outdoor stream, but we're not doing a snow stream, obviously, because there's no snow. Hopefully it'll snow sometime later this year. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so what say we get the cooking started, shall we? Now you might have seen at the start of the stream. Let me get a little paper towel I can use to clean off the knife and shit here. Got all my supplies here ready to go. I shouldn't need to venture into the kitchen or, well, into the camping ground kitchen for any reason, but in case I do, oh, it's there if I need it. But that being said, I think I got everything I need out here already. You're getting it in Michigan? Yeah. Seems like I need to just move to, like, the upper peninsula of Michigan if I still want to get, like, actual snowstorms during the winter nowadays. Feels bad, man. Okay, so what are we cooking today? Well, you might have seen little World of Warcraft cookbook sitting here. Now, for those that didn't hear the story, people in this chat, ever since I started doing cooking streams, have been telling me forever, like, streamer, you should get the WoW cookbook. It'd be perfect for cooking streams. And I was always like, yeah, that's not a bad idea. Maybe someday. Who knows? I think we're good for the tea kettle for now. Let's put this back down. Ugh. And so I kept saying, like, oh, yeah, maybe someday. Who knows? You never know. Not a bad idea. But I never actually went through with it because I was lazy and procrastinating and blah, 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 whatever. And this past Christmas, or, before Christmas, the friends, one of which works at the Comfy Brewery that I always talk about that I go to, got me a present. And so I opened it up, and it's the same friends where I did the pizza cooking stream, like, on their property. It's those ones. And so they know I do the cooking streams, and they know, like, I'm into that sort of thing, and they know that I stream WoW most of the time. And so I opened the present, and it was like, oh shit, it's the WoW cookbook, that's fucking perfect. And they were worried, like, oh, we were worried you already had it, but I was like, no, I don't, and this is actually sick, because the chat has begged me to get it forever, so. We got the WoW cookbook, and I figured this would be a perfect opportunity to make the first recipes out of this one for our cooking streams. Oh shit. So, what are we going to be making? Well, I figured, since we're just sitting out here in the great outdoors in the cold, we might as well have something that'll warm us up, right? Like, the entire theme of the stream is stuff that will keep us warm, because we're out here in the... What's supposed to be the dead of winter? Like, this is the middle of fucking January, dude. It's supposed to be, like, frigid, you're gonna freeze to death cold, and instead it's just like, well, it's in the high 30s. Whatever. But anyways, we're gonna pretend it's the middle of winter and we're freezing our ass off and we're gonna die unless we have, like, warm food. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Yeah, thanks, Joe Biden. Winter's Jover, boys. So, what are we going to make? Well, when I was scrolling through the recipes in the cookbook, there was one that really stood out as a completely obvious one for something that you want to use to warm yourself up. I would imagine maybe chat can guess what it is. If there's any guesses in chat, now's the time to guess. I'm gonna go through this really fast. This is good. This is tasty. I'll have another one of these. I do have ingredients probably for, like, one more. I mean, I've got plenty of ingredients for everything besides the lemon. I only bought one lemon. Maybe I should have bought two. Shit. Sandworm meat or bust? Dude, I was kind of hoping it would have the smoked desert dumplings, because that would be a fun one to make, since I obviously eat that one all the time in the game, but there's no recipe for that one. Weirdly, I guess, there's no one's collecting sandworm meat, so that way you can make a recipe IRL. Oh, weird, right? Anyways, yes, a couple of people got the idea. We are, in fact, making Dragonbreath chili. Oh, shit. So, let me give you a little close-up of what we're working with here. Hold on. Okay. Now, the recipe, obviously, in the game would call for, I assume, like, maybe, I don't know, does it use dragon meat? I have no idea, but regardless, yeah, there's no dragon meat in this, but there's gonna be plenty of meat in here. It's gonna be nice and hearty, and we got some spice in here as well. We're gonna be using multiple types of chili peppers, so... Oh, it just occurred to me, there's definitely one thing I'll need to get out of the kitchen. I'll need a can opener, but let me just get that now, fuck it. There's a nice thing about it. If you forget something, like, oh, well, my kitchen's about a 3-second walk away, so that's nice and convenient. Where are you? There you are. Yeah. Oh, look, a can opener. Wow, how convenient. Okay. So, we're going to be making some Dragonbreath chili tonight, and we'll make some other stuff as well, but we'll get to that after we got the Dragonbreath chili going. So, you're probably wondering, while you're sitting here out on a plastic table, how the fuck are you going to cook the Dragonbreath chili? Spider sausage? Yeah, go and collect the spider meat for me. I'll let you know. I'll cook it after you get it for me. Do I have all the mats for this? I certainly hope so. That one is not really something I could get quickly out of the kitchen if I'm missing that. In-game recipe is mystery meat, small flame stack, and hot spices. As in for Dragonbreath chili? Okay, well, I mean, in that case, I'm definitely using what you would... Alright, it's not really mystery meat, but it's... a small flame sack? Well, anyways, let's make something that this recipe book says is Dragonbreath jelly. Okay, yeah. And for what it's worth, people have said in chat already that, like, they've made recipes out of this book, and apparently they're all, like, really good. Okay. Now, you're probably wondering how exactly we're going to cook this, right? Because we are just sitting here with our little plastic table here out in the open. Now, if you watched last year's balcony stream, you might remember what we used was what we call a campfire in a can. And so it was just like this little, I don't know, like probably 4-inch can. It was like this big that you lit up, and it was kind of like a giant candle, but it definitely flickered more like a campfire than like a candle. It was like, it wasn't a little single like wick of flame. It was more just like a whoosh sort of thing. That was a relatively small thing, right? It was like, like about 4 inches wide. And if you remember from last year, we kind of struggled to get things hot enough because like this tiny little source of flame was not really enough to get your pan as hot as you wanted it to be to cook stuff. But we made do, and eventually we made pork and beans, something that resembled chili, I guess, last year. Which, I guess now that I think about it, we've made a lot of chili on this stream at this point. I think that's my most popular dish that I've made. Because, let's see, we've made like the pork and beans chili, we've made the venison chili in the van. In the van on the parking garage. We've made, let's see, pumpkin chili. That one we did outdoors as well. In fact, have I done all of them outdoors? I guess I have, yeah. That's like kind of funny. Well, we're doing the 4th chili. We're also doing this one outdoors, so fuck it. Cool. Chili enjoyer. I mean, chili's tasty, right? Who doesn't like chili? It soothes the soul. It's delicious. So, this year I figured, well, you know what? I don't want to have to deal with the struggle busing with the heat source like we did last year. So I figured this year, let's up our game a little bit, shall we? So, oh yes, we're using a campfire in a can again. But this time, boys, we're using the fucking economy can, alright? This one is 8 inches across. That's actually double. Actually, probably more than double the volume. Geometry, whatever. This one's going to be like the man size, the jumbo campfire. So, here's hoping we don't burn down our apartment, but hopefully it'll be relatively contained. I don't know. Okay, so here's a little apparatus we're going to use. Do I have a better pan and holder? Alright, so we got, I want to make sure obviously I don't melt my table, so we're going to use our little cooling rack that I've used in the past for such things such as the ghetto barbecue. What did I call it? Did I just call it ghetto barbecue? The ghetto grill, that's right. I use this grate for the ghetto grill. It's actually in reality supposed to be the cookie cooling rack, so I've used it for that purpose as well when we did the Christmas cookies. But anyways, today it was going to serve as our campfire in a can, like, kind of stand, so that way it doesn't directly contact the table, because I don't want to melt the table. And I got the little rubber mat on here, so that way it doesn't slide around. So this is actually relatively stable. Maybe this part maybe isn't the stablest ever, but, like, it'll get the job done. Whatever, dude. Alright. Let's see. Let me move the recipe maybe over here. Did I just put it, like, on here? That'll work. Okay. And then, like I said, I'm working with limited space, so that's why we had to, like, kind of cut back on Joel's little spinner thing. Careful not to melt the plastic table. Well, yeah, that's why we got this little stand. It's cold outside, so it's got like cold air running underneath. I don't think it's going to be an issue. And if it does, well, okay, I bought this table at 20 bucks for 20 bucks at Walmart. I'll survive. All right. So, just side note, I was like smelling this earlier. This smells really good. It smells like a candle, basically, like a scented candle. It smells quite nice, but basically what it's got is it's got like just a bunch of wax in there like a normal candle would, but instead of just like little single wicks, it's got like these little brown pieces of poop in there that you basically light, and they all light up and they all kind of create something that looks akin to a campfire. So, or at least, well, that's what the mini one did last year. I guess we'll see how this one looks. I'm not totally sure what the flames, like how big the flames are going to get here. Like hopefully nothing too excessive, but you know, we'll see. Last year's one was like perfectly contained and comfy, and I wasn't worried about any sort of fire hazard shit. This one is obviously larger, so, you know, we'll see. Hopefully it'll be fine. I don't know. Now we gotta light it. So, let's see if we can just light this using conventional matches. I've got a lighter if I really need it, but I'm hoping just matches will work, because, I don't know, it feels more campy if I use matches, right? Alright, alright, alright. What state am I in? I am in the beautiful state of Indiana. You can probably see in the bottom left of the screen in beautiful Lafayette, Indiana. Okay, so last year I kind of struggled to light this, so let's see if we can do a, oh shit, maybe before I light this. Nah, I'll light it now and just, I'll put the, we're gonna use something to cook over this in a bit, but... Should I put it there now? You know what, maybe I should put that on now. Okay, actually, now that I think about it, because if I try to put it over this later, it'll probably be extremely hot and awful. Well, okay, if that's the case, what we're gonna do... You remember last year, what I used to cook over this was, like, I got, like, a little candle holder. I just found it at Goodwill for $2. It was, like, this candle holder that was perfect that I just set on top, like, I set over it, and I had this nice little thing on top that was supposed to hold a candle, but instead I just used it and put it in the pan right on top of it, which worked quite nicely. So this year I was thinking, like, well, okay, how do I do that again? How do I get something I could basically have so I can, like, have a cooking surface over the fire? And I went through a few different ideas. I was thinking, like, well, maybe I could use this grate and, like, stack some stuff on the side and put it on top. I was like, no, that'll be super unstable and that won't work. And I was thinking, like, well, I could buy, like, one of those camping grates that, like, sets up and has legs, but, like, that's kind of expensive. And then I thought, like, well, wait a minute. What about just, like, the same thing that I used last year? But I was concerned, like, well, is that gonna fit? So here it is, the thing I used last year. Said candle holder. Alright, now it's supposed to be this way, and it's got this little thing at the bottom where, like, you put the candle on, but instead what we did is we flipped it over, so that way you got this little thing on top, and that held the pan on top, and we put it over. So, I was thinking this year, well, is this gonna fit over this? Could I just use this again? And the answer is it fits like a fucking glove. Look at that, dude. I shit you not. It is like the exact perfect radius. They're exactly the same. It fits like, I shit you not, it was like it was made for this. So I was like, okay, well shit, that solves that problem, so we're just gonna use the same thing again. Fuck it. Clutch? I know, right? Now, hopefully, the only thing I'm a little concerned about is, like, is this gonna be too hot? Because, like, I assume the flame's gonna be bigger this time. So is this high enough up above the flame to not get, like, too hot? That I don't know, but we're gonna find out. Alright, cool. So, this might be a little tricky to light, though, with this thing on top of it already, but we'll see what happens. Fuck it, let's just give it a shot. Alright. Come on, baby. Hoi! Hoi! I'm so fucking bad at lighting matches. Okay. Oh! Ow! Okay, that got hot. Alright, that lit, though. Okay, hold on. Hold on, I can save it. Oh, that went out. Okay, whatever. Well, one of them's lit. Is that enough? Will the other light if this one lights? I'm gonna get another match out. If anything, I can just light this other match using this flame that already is here, right? Just light the rest. Okay. Oh, yeah. Guess I can just kind of put it through here. That'll work. That light? Nope. Oh, that's hot. Hold on, we'll get this, boys. We'll get this. Okay. Come on, baby. Fire! This is totally just the adult version of being like a pyro as a kid, just like trying to like light random shit on fire because it was fun. Okay, well, I just move this next to it using the fork. I really shouldn't be using a fork. That's probably a bad idea. Okay, well, and the one is going. If you get, maybe I just take this thing off, man. Maybe I just how easily is it gonna be to put this back on? I'm gonna take my chances. Fuck it. All right, fine, whatever. That one's going good though. So it's going. Oh man, these matches get like super burnt super fast. So just put it in like that. That'll work, right? Probably not supposed to be putting matches inside this thing and just letting them keep burning, but it is working, so whatever. They'll burn up. They'll burn away. It's fine. I just throw that match into the cardboard box. Well, obviously it was burnt out, so it's fine. Okay, so we got those three going. Okay, that one. Okay, that one. Come on. Okay, this one's lighting a lot easier than last year's, that's for sure. I like that. Alright. Alright, now let's put this on before it gets, like, way too hot. Wait! Alright. Nice. Okay, shit, that works. Easy clap, boys. And now we'll just, like, plop a pan right on top of there. And, I don't know, I guess we can cook food on it, right? Maybe? I don't know. Probably. Eventually, it's like, gonna kind of, like, consume the whole can, if I remember correctly with how this worked. Alright, now I don't want to put it too close to this, obviously, because I don't want to light the railing on fire. That'd be a bad look, so let's be careful with this. I think here's fine, though. That's fine. Okay. Cool. Alright. Well, there we go. Nice. Now, the only thing I'm also a tiny bit concerned about is, like, will this get so hot that, like, the structural integrity of this candle holder might be compromised? I don't know. Is this entire stream a fire hazard? Maybe, but, well. Who knows? If I burn my apartment down and I end up, going to jail for manslaughter because I kill, like, some unsuspecting elderly lady living the floor below me, then, well, I hope you enjoyed the last stream, boys. Be worried about the table. That's why I put it on this little metal stand, so that way it's got some airflow underneath. I think that'll be fine. I mean, I don't mind, like, melting my table. That's fine. I just obviously don't want to light anything else on fire. Yeah. Have anything plans for extinguishing if things get out of hand? Actually, that's a good point. You know what? I do have a fire extinguisher in this place. I hope to not use it, but you're right. Maybe I should have that on hand. That's honestly not a bad idea. All right, hold on. Where is it in this apartment? I know it's around here somewhere. I know there's one in here. There it is. There's a giant, too. Fuck. Ugh. I've never used a fire extinguisher in my life before. I hope to not have to use it today, but I got one. There you go, Chad. All right. Responsible streamer. There we go. Okay. I hope this works. I don't know. Does it expire at some point? I don't know. Hooey. Okay. Yeah. Hooey. That'd be a clip of all time. Yeah, it'd be one hell of a clip for sure. Not sure it'd be enough to pay back the damage cost of burning down an entire apartment complex, though. Alright, anyway, so yeah, you can kind of tell this is kind of doing its thing, right? I suspect it's going to get, I'm a little worried it's going to get too hot. We'll see. I don't know. Last year's wasn't hot enough. I don't know about this year's. This is like probably more than double the volume, right? So, I don't know, we'll see. Okay, anyways, let's start working on the chili, shall we? Because we need to prep all the stuff for the chili, because we'll eventually put this pan right on top of here. We'll go in there, and that's how we're going to cook it. So, will it work? I don't know, we'll see. But in the meantime, we got to prep the ingredients. Now, there's not that much stuff to prep, because the good news about this chili recipe is it's relatively simple and straightforward. That's something I kind of noticed about all the recipes in the WoW cookbook, is like nothing super fancy. So I figured, like, originally I was thinking like, oh, I'll just make Dragonbreath chili just in the kitchen, but like that'd be boring, right? So we're gonna make it out here. Much more exciting. Okay, so what we need to do is prepare some chili peppers and an onion. So let's start with the onion, shall we? Where did I put this onion? I think it's in the cooler. That's a lemon. That is an onion. Neat. Now, I'm only making a quarter recipe of what the recipe book calls for. This says that the full recipe would make 8 servings, but the full recipe uses 3 pounds of meat, and I'm not going to be cooking a full recipe with 3 pounds of meat over this tiny-ass little flame. So I figured, like, whatever this pan can hold is good enough, and I thought, like, a quarter recipe is probably enough, so it might end up producing a somewhat pathetic amount of chili from what you'd normally expect out of a giant bowl of chili, but the good news is I've got a bunch of leftover ingredients that if it ends up being good, I can always just make the rest of the ingredients in a more conventional kitchen, and that might be, and then I could just eat the rest on my own time. Chili mac and cheese. Dude, whenever I eat chili, like just in my own life, whatever, just for, you know, eating food, I always do chili mac. That's what my parents always used to call it growing up, like chili mac. Whenever I have chili, I always have noodles with it too, or pasta. It's not necessarily macaroni, but I usually just use like rotini or something like that. Adds like the nice little texture. Just increases the amount of calories in there if you're trying to get huge. And it's just tasty. And then of course you just put a shitload of cheese in there. Okay. I got my, in the spirit of like somewhat quasi-camping, I got my ghetto knife. Now, the ghetto knife, not nearly as effective as my good knife, but it just wouldn't feel right if we were cooking out here and using the good knife, right? It's gotta be nice and ghetto with the ghetto knife. Alright. Might have to, like, get a paper towel to put underneath this cutting board. This table isn't exactly super level here, especially with this little crease in the middle. I just saw Shui Baby asking, what am I cooking? And someone said meth. Yep. It's a new evolution of cooking streams, boys. I'm gonna start building my meth empire live on stream. Say my name. You're the Recklessest Poggers guy, right? You're goddamn right. Bow, 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 bow. Yeah. Okay, so because we're making a quarter recipe, this recipe calls for a whole onion. I don't need a whole onion since we're making a quarter, so I guess we'll just try our best to dice a quarter of an onion. That's a little silly, but yeah. Okay. Whoa. This knife might be ghetto, but still pales in comparison to how ghetto my parents' knives were when I went home to cook. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I'm not trying to shake the entire table. Okay. I cut that in half? Yeah, basically. Okay. Now let's save the other half of the onion for later. In fact, well, we're going to save 3/4 of this onion for later. Care for sponge roll? Yeah. I'm being very paranoid. Like, I'm not getting this any closer. Like, this is completely fine. This is not a problem. But, like, any closer than this would be, like, a little nerve-wracking. Alright, so I guess I'll just quarter it this way. Sure. Quarter of an onion's really just not that much, but I don't know. I wasn't sure. Like, I was thinking of making maybe a half recipe. I just wasn't sure if like I'd be able to fit a half recipe into this pan, because I wanted a half is easier. Like, if anything, it's easier with the ratio of the ingredients that I'm using. But I was worried that the pan would overflow, and I don't want that shit just like spilling all over the place. So whatever, dude. All right, I just want to really dice a quarter of an onion. I've only ever done this one that's like half. I'll try my best to just do the conventional way, I guess. Okay, that's sort of working, I guess. Alright. So far, the campfire in the can. It's comfy. It's essentially just a larger version of the one we used last year, so I wasn't too worried about it working well, but I forgot how cozy this is. It's nice. Like, is it a real campfire? No, but for a solution when you're just sitting out here on your balcony, honestly, man, it's a pretty good alternative solution. I mean, it's definitely warm. It's producing heat. It's keeping me warm, no doubt about that. I like that part. And kind of looks cool too, especially with like the little candle holder thing. It kind of looks like a legit like fire pit almost with the candle holder thing. It's kind of cool. Okay, quarter of an onion. There we go. Whee. Where's all my snow, dude? This is why I kept like spurging about this over the course of the past week on stream. Like, we were supposed to originally, when this first got forecast, it was supposed to be like 9 inches of snow we were getting from this, and now it's just turned into pathetic, like, depressing rain, man. It's so bad. Oh, okay. Don't get like straight in my face, please. It's also supposed to get really windy later, so I'm mildly concerned that the flames might start blowing in my face because the wind might be coming like from this direction, but we'll see what happens. Maybe just move this a little further away from me, though. I don't hate that idea. Stay. Okay. Plates. Here it is. Okay, cool. Ignite proc on my house would crank. Well, like I'm not worried about the heat like going up and above and like being a problem. Like if I just like put my hand like right here, it's not in any way hot, so that's not an issue. I'm not worried about that. But Yeah, admittedly, like, last year's thing that I used was, like, relatively contained and safe. This is a little larger, admittedly. Is this safe for, like, this size balcony? Not at all. I'll admit that up front. But, it looks cool as fuck, I'll say that. Let's move this, like, a little bit more this way as well. Yeah, there we go. So, we have our fire extinguisher at the ready. In fact, maybe I'll just put it over here on this side. Just to keep it extra close and on hand, shall we? Okay. Anyways. I gotta drink more alcohol. Alright, so anyways, let's put these onions right here for now. Because we gotta chop up some other stuff as well. So we also got to chop up some chilies, because it wouldn't be Dragonbreath chili without some chili in it, obviously. So this recipe calls for 3 different types of chili. It calls for a generic just chili pepper, jalapeno or any other desired, so I just got a jalapeno. It calls for a chipotle pepper, a dried chipotle pepper specifically, and that is not something I can actually find, so I just got like the same one that I used in the can for the pumpkin chili. That'll work fine, like chipotle peppers in the adobo sauce. And then the last one it called for was a Thai pepper. And if you remember, we did in fact do a Thai cooking stream earlier last year. And I bought like this giant bag of Thai chili peppers. I only used like 6 of them because like in reality, you don't need that many Thai chili peppers to make something hot because they're really, really hot just on their own as is already. So I still had this giant bag left over, so I was like, well, I don't want to just waste them. So I tossed them all into the freezer, and I figured like maybe I'll just use them for something eventually. Again, I don't know. And well, now we're at the point where, oh shit, we needed Thai chili peppers because that's what the recipe calls for. So that worked out. I'm assuming Thai chili peppers will still be potent after sitting in a fridge for like 3/4 of a year, right? Sure. They'll get less hot if you freeze them for too long. Well, I got plenty of them, so if we need to compensate by throwing in an extra, we can do that. All right, so this recipe calls for 1 jalapeno, but like we're making a quarter recipe, right? So like we need a quarter of a jalapeno. I mean, jalapenos aren't hot, so I'm just gonna do half a jalapeno actually, and then the other half, I don't know, I'll save for later somehow. I guess the best way to cut a jalapeno in half is just like this way, and then dice it. Sure. Okay, save the rest for later. I don't know what, but yeah, try one. I did defrost an extra one just in case. I don't know. We could. I don't know how generous is chat feeling. That's maybe my main question if you want me to do that. All right, so the jalapeno. Let's just dice up in the kind of typical matchstick fashion. I think that's what they call it, right? Yes, sir. Oh, the snipe's not exactly super sharp. Careful, SpongeBob. Oh, careful, SpongeBob. Oh. Okay, that's good enough. Whatever. Ooh, man, that's this flame is very warm. A little more warm than I'd prefer just because of the whole safety aspect of it, but keep an eye on it, I promise. Chat, keep an eye on it as well. Fire extinguisher at the ready. Oh! some juices just flew into the fire, and that got a little, juicy sounding. Okay. The jalapeno. ASMR time, yeah, the nice little satisfying crackle of Dali's apartment burning down. It's gonna be great, dude. Oh. I don't love the fact that the wind is blowing in this direction straight at me. Alright, let's chop up, let's get out the adobo peppers, or the, I guess the, whatever pepper. Is it here somewhere? Hold on. There it is. Oh yeah. Got a lot of random ingredient shit in there. Okay. Alright, so yeah, we're just using chipotle peppers in adobo sauce. We're supposed to use dried chipotle peppers. I couldn't find dried chipotle peppers at my Walmart, so I figured that's close enough. Whatever, dude. Alright. And so this recipe, now keep in mind, there's a little note on the recipe that says, like, this recipe in reality isn't really that hot. It's basically, like, Dragonbreath spicy chili for pussies. It's like, it says it's spicy, but it's like, and a little footnote at the bottom is like, well, it's not really spicy, because we know, like, you're all just white people and giant spice pussies, but I can usually handle more heat than most. Not like insane levels of heat, but I'm totally fine with using a whole little chipotle pepper here, because I can just down one of these, just like, I plop one in my mouth. Here, I'll show you. Just like, And it's delicious and not even that spicy, so. I'm just going to use a whole pepper in there. Fuck it. Except now, what do I do with the rest of these? Let me put this in my fridge real quick. One sec. Oh, I got a lot of shit here. Careful, SpongeBob. Oh. Dude, okay. Looking at this, admittedly from like inside my kitchen, looking at the balcony, it looks like a giant fucking fire hazard. That's way too big of a flame for having this little tiny balcony. I'm not gonna lie, but we're gonna stay vigilant and just keep it in, hopefully in check. Okay, it's fine, it's fine. Oh, I can always just get out my propane stove if this gets too out of hand. I don't know. Ugh. It's not hot here, is it? Nah, that's fine. That will represent the last of the hot toddy. Oh, it's tasty though, very tasty. Gonna have to bust out the hams pretty soon, I guess. All right, so let's dice up this chili pepper a little bit. This is a little hard to dice up since it's like wet and moist, but we'll try our best. Not too hot for the table. Everyone's gonna ask that all night. Like I gave you guys the thorough explanation of what I'm doing to make sure that the table's okay, and everyone's like, the table, the table, the table. It's fine, I promise. Wrapping it with foil would contain the flame a little better? Maybe, but I suspect it'll be better, hopefully, once I put the pan over it anyways. It's fine right now. It's a little sketch, but it's fine. Whatever. Okay, so got that there. Cool. And then last thing we need to chop up is the Thai peppers. Or, well, the Thai pepper. I think we'll just use one. Thai pepper, when I tried it last year for the Thai cooking stream, it was hot. Like, that shit was not... that wasn't fucking around, so... I don't know if I want to add a full Thai pepper to it. The full recipe calls for 2 Thai peppers. We're making a quarter, so in theory we want to use half a pepper. So the question at that point, I guess, becomes, like, do we want to use half a pepper or say YOLO and use a full pepper? There they are. I got just 2 of them. So... they're very tiny. They're not large peppers, right? They're just like this, but based on last year's little trial, they pack a punch. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut off like the little end of this one and just give it a taste. Let's see how hot these still are. These have been in the freezer for quite a while, so maybe they got like less intense. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, that's not really that hot. Oh, okay, it creeps up on you a little at the end. Oh. Okay, actually, that's still actually kind of hot. Okay. I mean, an entire thing of chili. Oh. Alright, that actually... okay, that... Alright, I take it back. That's hot. Alright. You know what? We'll go ahead and just use 1 pepper in there. We'll use the smaller one as well. That's fine. In fact, maybe I'll just use the rest of this one. Honestly, that's fine. Let's just do that. That's one of those ones where you bite into it, like, oh, this is fine. That's not a big deal. And then slowly but surely it catches up to you until you realize, like, fuck! White guy can't handle the heat. Like, you try one of these ones. These are actually, like, these aren't fucking around. When I did these for the Thai cooking stream, it was like, oh my god. Alright, so I'll just cut up this, like, little one right here. I don't really know how you properly dice this tiny little pepper, but I'll try my best. Oh, I guess I'll just cut it into, like, little slices. That's probably fine. Also, the rest of this chili is probably even hotter than that little section I tasted, because this is the part that actually has all the seeds in it. Alright. Oh. Not rub my eyes. Eat those with nacho chips, 1 per chip. Yeah, okay. Oh, look at me. I'm some spice lord who can eat something super spicy, and it makes me a cool person. Oh, it makes me better than you, because, oh, I eat spicy stuff. Yeah, okay. Get off your high horse. Whatever, dude. Okay. So that's all the chili, pepper stuff, and onion mix that we're going to need. This recipe doesn't use garlic, which is a little surprising, but whatever. So we're supposed to add the peppers and the onion, then cook for about 5 minutes until brown and soft. Then we add the meats, and then we'll add all the rest of the shit. Okay. Stay. I'm a little... something that also makes me paranoid, like I said, it's supposed to get windier later. Right now, it's not that windy, but if it starts getting super windy and blowing my face, that could be a problem. We'll see what happens. Anyways, let's get the pan out and I guess get this shit show on the road, shall we? So we're supposed to add some vegetable oil on here as our little, I don't know, roasting agent or whatever you want to call it. Alright, there we go. Stay. I'm a little concerned about this pan. It's got like a... It has a plastic handle right here that, like, I'm worried would melt. Put it, like, over here. Yeah, that still seems like it might be an issue. This is not obviously something meant for, like, a campfire, per se. I've used this over some ghetto solutions in the past, though. No shame in cooking inside if current conditions don't permit. That's boring. Wrap it, the fire in tin foil so the flames can't leak? Yeah, that was something someone suggested. My only concern about that is how I would actually do that now, like, safely. Should have done that maybe before. A little late now. Maybe I just wrap this part in foil? Because I'm just concerned about the handle. I don't want the handle to get, like, I don't want it to melt. Unless I, like, well, I don't want it, like, sitting way off to the side either. Let's see here. I mean, yeah, it's going to get pretty hot there. I mean, I do have my cast iron Dutch oven I could use as well, which we know for sure would work fine, but the only issue with that one is it's a lot heavier. It's kind of large just in general, so like, ooh. Use the cast iron. It's just so large for this little setup here. And it's heavy, too. That part would also concern me. Foil's not going to stop it melting? Yeah, I think you're correct on that front. So we use for campfire cooking? Well, yeah, obviously, normally. But if I had, like, a cast iron skillet, that's obviously what I'd use. But I don't have a cast iron skillet. I just have a pot. I mean, it's fine if it just stays like this. But, like, as soon as the flames shift a little bit towards the handle, it makes me super paranoid. I mean, if the plastic melts a little on the handle, it's not the end of the world. But it's just, like, a little slightly nerve-wracking, right? How hot that would get. I mean, a little warm. Stoking it now. Something that's interesting that I'm seeing, like, the sides of this candle holder are also, like, somewhat burning. It's almost like the lining of the candle holder is burning. I'll be honest, this setup's starting to make me a little... it's a little sketchy. The fire is a little bigger than I thought it would be. I mean, it's super lame, but do I just err on the side of caution, just put this out and just use my propane stove? Man, I want to use this, though, but, like... Man, this is getting pretty large. How do you put it out? You put the lid back on. That's all it is. Yes. Cap the bitch. Man, this is so cool. It's so mesmerizing, but maybe we just save this for another stream. Maybe you're right, boys. Like, it would definitely get the job. Job done. I guarantee you it's hot enough. But yeah, I think you guys are right. This is... Send it. Nah, it's a little sketch, dude. It's a little sketch. This is sketch even for my standards, and I've done some sketchy shit. Nah, I'm gonna put it out. Sorry, boys. I know that's a less exciting option, but I don't want to create more of a fire hazard than this already is, and I would, by using this pan, I definitely would. Okay. Ruined. I know. Shut up. I knew this was a possibility, too. I knew, like, by getting the jumbo version, this could be a problem. But we always got the backup stuff. It's fine. Oh, shit. Just wear more fire res. Yeah, great. Okay, so we gotta take this little thing off first, so that part's a little sketch as well. How do we take this off? I just put, oh, that feels sketch. Okay, hold on. Let me get gloves. Okay, hold on. No oven mitts? I don't own oven mitts, yikes. But I got kitchen towels. That works, right? Man, it looks so cool though from the inside. Sketchy, but cool. But no, sorry boys. This is getting a little too sketchy for my taste. I know it's like more fun if we use this, but I just don't trust this enough, to be frankly honest. Like 90% of the time, it's probably gonna be fine, but I don't want that 10% to ever occur. All right, gotta get this off. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, Jesus. Hmm. 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 Can't just lift it off the top. That's a bad idea. I need to get, maybe like I like put something through this and lift it up like that way. Like put it through the metal. Do I have anything metal that I could use that works like that? Not really. Nothing metal, at least. I mean, if I probably just like grab hold of it on the side for like a couple of seconds, it's not gonna do anything. But like, do I have the oven tray? I mean, that's not gonna do anything. I don't need a tray. Tong. Oh shit! I do have tongs. You're right about that. Okay, yeah. Let me try that. Oh. Man, I guarantee you, I guarantee you this is hot enough to cook stuff over. I wish this was a little less sketch. Got a little too sketch for my taste. Okay. Hoi. Hoi. All right, there we go. There we go. There we go. So you can see, like, even like the side like liners kind of burning a little bit. It's not great. Where do I put this so it doesn't? Okay. Good call on the tongs. That worked. All right. So to put this out, according to the instructions, at least, you just slide this thing over and then it's Gucci. Now we have to do this fast because this is not cold. But it's still
Looks comfy.
Is it out? Are we good? Okay. That got really fucking scary, but okay, we're good. All right, we're good. Okay, all right. Well, we'll save this for something else. Safe to say I should probably use this in a much more, let's say, open environment. Because, yeah, this was a little sketch. Okay. But hey, it worked. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna put this, I'm gonna take this entire setup, grate included, and just put this off to the side here so that way I can still see it. Oh, no, ow, okay, that was a bad idea. Okay, seal the lid. Well, no, I do want it to, like, to vent the heat. Or, well, do I want that? Seal the lid? Okay, fine. Oh, that's not gonna work. Nah, whatever, fuck it. I've got like an oven tray. I'll use the oven tray for this now. I'm just gonna put it on the floor and deal with this later. Okay, this is fine, this is fine, this is fine. We got our backup plan. This is fine, this is fine. Only slightly burn the tips of my fingers. It's fine, it's fine. Okay. Oh yeah, I definitely spilled like a ton of like the wax onto my little balcony here. When I tipped it over a little bit. Oh, I spilled it on my table too. Nice. Okay, well, that's cool. All right. Okay. Careful, SpongeBob. Careful, SpongeBob. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, I just spilled a lot more of that wax. Like, a lot. Okay. Very cool. All right. Well, put this on the ground so I don't knock that over. Okay. Awesome. And now I gotta clean up, Yeah, that's not water down there. Okay, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. It's not burning or anything. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Okay. I got paper towel. Well, this got really sketchy. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. All right, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. None of it's on fire anymore. It's fine. Okay. It's fine. This is just gonna fuck up my balcony and make it look awful, and cleaning this up is going to be fucking impossible because it's wax, so it's just going to stick here, and I don't know how I even, like, remove this later, but... And I'll definitely have to clean it up later, because, like, it's going to look awful. How do you clean off wax that got all over, like, wood? I do not know. Thoroughly later. I don't know. Oh, God, it's going to be so fucking cold over the next few days, too. Like, if anyone has any good tips of how to clean wood when it's got a bunch of wax on it, please let me know. Also, a plastic table. Completely unrelated, obviously. Mmm. 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 Wait. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I got all over the table, too. Fuck me, dude. Whoop. I'm glad I put it out, though. It was, man, it was cool, but it was a little too sketch. Little too sketch. I think last year's tiny little micro campfire in a can was a much more reasonable solution for a little tiny balcony of this size. Admittedly, this one not made for a enclosed area like this, obviously. Okay, that's probably good enough. All right, okay, all right, okay. Well, gonna add some extra character to this table and to this balcony. All those, all the jizz stains down there looking nice and jizzy. Yeah, okay. Anyways, I didn't look at chat when I was doing all this because I couldn't, because it's over there, but if you guys have any great suggestions for cleaning wax off of wood, I, like I said, am all ears. Okay, well, I'll worry about this later. It's not going to do any harm, just it's going to be there. Okay. I guess I need to get out my, my propane stove, though, huh? It's like half the campfire? No, it's not that much. It wasn't that much in reality, but... Okay. Put these towels away for now. Wait. Propane stove, your turn! Alrighty, that one... Okay. Admittedly, a more stable, safer fire source. That perhaps you could argue I should have used from the start, but... Last year's one went so well, I thought, like, oh, this will be fine. It was, sort of fine. Kinda. Come on. Wait, come on. There we go. Funny thing is, I'm not cold at all. Got plenty of adrenaline right now that's ensuring that I'm staying nice and toasty. Okay, something that has like a nice solid base to it. Probably for the best. That in there. Okay. Okay, and I get the little stove thing to attach to it. Conveniently sitting here in my kitchen. How about that? Okay. There we go. Cool. Ah, nice. This one's been featured in plenty of cooking streams in the past. You may remember the stove saving the day in streams like the Cooking Under the Bridge stream, and the stream in Seattle, and the Cooking Chili in a Van stream. Oh, and the birthday camping stream as well. Yeah, we used it for that. Yeah, man. What else I use this for? I feel like I've used it for something else as well. Right. Is that going on? Am I supposed to spin this the other way? Why is this not going on? Come on, come on, come on. Come on. Okay, there we go. Okay. Oh yeah, baby. Professional streamer with professional cooking equipment. Let's go, baby. Okay. Is that level? That's level enough. Okay. Okay, okay. Alright. That's, stable-ish. Okay. Yeah. Like nothing ever happened, baby. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. Well, the good news is we can just light this immediately without any sort of danger. Sort of. It's the other way on the gas thing? No, we're Gucci. I've used this before, not to worry. I know what I'm doing, clearly. Ugh. Alright, so. Yeah, the bottom of this pan got a little scorched, but it should still work just fine for the purposes we need it for. That is one thing about the little campfire and a can thing. It's not clean, like, clean fire, if you will, so it'll char the bottom of a pan very similar to what a campfire will do. But it should still work just fine. Order a pizza. Finger check? Eh, we're Gucci. We're Gucci. I got a little singed, but we're fine. We're fine. All right. It'll heat the food 15% faster. I don't know. I mean, the campfire in a can, it's not like it was short on heat. That's for sure. All right. There we go. Stay. Man, this is always wobblier than I prefer, but still better than the other thing probably. Oh yeah, we used this thing for the campfire stream or for the camping stream at Talladega. That's what it was. That was the other thing. All right. I feel like I should stand for this. I'm gonna stand now. Getting back to sitting once we're just comfortably waiting for the chili to cook, but at least for now I want like a bit more of a overhead view of this shit. Little flakes of stuff in there. Yeah, there. Char marks. Okay. I always forget how sketchy this feels. Okay. We lost our fire. Yeah, it got a little sketchy, dude. It got a little sketchy. It's too bad, too, because, like, I know it would have worked. Like, it was definitely hot enough, but I didn't trust it enough. What can I say? Alright, let's turn the gas on. There we go. That was a little easier. Alright. Oh, yep, definitely just turned it the wrong direction and burnt out the flame. Alright, let's try that again. You know, I swear we're actually going to cook something at some point in the stream, I promise. Maybe, in theory. Whoops. Okay, we're good. It's out. We're fine. Turn it the proper direction this time, to the plus side. There we go. Okay. Alright. Let's continue back where we were before, but before we do that, I think one thing the stream needs is a healthy dose of alcohol, because we all know that streamer needs to be intoxicated for this entire process. Yep. Little ham's never hurt anybody. Cheers, boys. Alright. Okay, so we're supposed to put a little oil in here, so let's toss that in there. Supposed to like measure like a quarter of a tablespoon or something. I'm just gonna kind of YOLO that, whatever. That's fine right there. Spread that around. That looks good. In theory, we are following a recipe. Oh shit! I got a lot of that wax on my shoes too. Fuck me. All right, whatever. We're gonna deal with the consequences of our action after the stream is over. Alright, and then we need to add peppers and onion and cook for about 5 minutes. Okay. Time to get out our little wood spatula, I guess. Got one around here somewhere. There we go. Come on. The only problem with this propane stove is that it does tend to, like, concentrate the heat at the very center of the pan, which makes it, like, harder to, like, evenly cook stuff, but it is what it is. Didn't know I'm into wax play. That's kind of hot. Yeah, it wasn't quite intended, but, you know. Sometimes things in Clueless Bachelor cooking doesn't necessarily go the way you think it's going to go, but that's part of the appeal, right? Sure. What's up? Sorry, I might be missing some subs tonight since I'm, like, it's kind of hard to look at chat right now, but Zufino coming in hot with the Prime sub. Thank you, sir. It'll go directly to the Hot Pockets and Doritos Fund. Appreciate it, bud. Okay. Is this hot yet? Ideally, we tried to light the fire earlier to let it, I guess, heat up so that way we could, like, have all the ingredients prepared, like, by the time the pan was ready to go, but now we gotta wait for it to heat up, at least. Shouldn't take long, though. Like, the propane stove usually works pretty fast. In the meantime, I guess, enjoy some beer. Ah, nice. What am I cooking? We are cooking Dragonbreath chili from the WoW cookbook tonight. This being the cookbook right here. My hands are a little dirty. I don't want to touch the cookbook now too much, but we're making something to keep us cold on this, or keep us warm on this, what is supposed to be a cold winter night. It's not really that cold, to be honest. Well, you can probably tell, but in theory, we're in the dead of winter right now, right? In theory. Why did we go for the kobold candle cooker initially? Because it's more fun. Because it's more, I don't know, interesting looking. This admittedly is more conventional and less exciting, but also obviously much safer. So, logic eventually won out. I was like, yeah, no, this is too sketchy. Like, I've done some sketchy shit, like I said, on Clueless Bachelor cooking streams before, but even I have my limits. After a while, I'm just like, okay, I gotta still try my best to be a responsible adult, you know? that was making me a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie. And like, that's kind of hard to do that for me, but I was, yeah. I think we'll reuse that because it's still very much usable, the campfire thing in a tin, but it makes much more sense to use it in a very open outdoor environment instead of this kind of contained environment that you see here. All right, let's toss this shit in, shall we? Oh yeah, there we go. Not worried about heat, that's for sure. Oh, baby, that smells delicious already. Some chipotle peppers, some Thai peppers, some onions, and some jalapeno, if you will. Already a good combo, dude. Booty. Let me check the camera angle on this so you can see the stuff in the pan. Hold on. You can always like change the angle so you can kind of have a more downward view of what's going on. Oh, I gotta be so careful not to like bump the table because that's definitely gonna cause a disaster. Oh, yoy. Okay, here, let me lift you up a bit, chat, so that way you can see what's going on in that pan. There we go. That'll work. Hoi. So we're supposed to let this cook for like 5 to 6 minutes, it says. So just let it cook down a little bit, and I guess what we can do is we can prep the meat in the meantime, since I believe that's the next thing we're going to add to this. Already smells good. It's a good start. Like I said, I'm a little paranoid about like the heat being concentrated in the center of the pan, since that's kind of the flame is concentrated with this propane stove, but as long as I kind of concentrate all this stuff in the middle of this pan, I think it's fine. Okay. So, in the meantime, we're going to be adding ground beef, sausage, and chuck steak. So, it's 3 different types of meat. I guess it's supposed to be emulating dragon meat. I don't know. But I've already portioned out some of that meat that we're using for this very occasion. So we got spicy Italian sausage, okay, which kind of fits the spicy theme of Dragonbreath chili. We got ground beef, nothing special, just ground beef. And then we got chuck steak, which I don't know why it called for both chuck steak and ground beef, but we're using 2 different types of beef. Fuck it, sure. So let's dice up this steak while this is doing its thing, shall we? Oh man, that smells so good, dude. Just the combination of like the peppers and the onions, man. Super tasty smelling. Okay. I do have to be careful not to like shake the table too much now, since we do have this precariously perched oven or stove here. And the stove, while potentially probably safer than the campfire in a can, still not like super stable, so no need to rock the boats, both figuratively and literally. don't know how fine I should really be slicing this, but I think I'll just kind of make it this sort of size cubes. This is probably fine, right? Should get smaller once it's cooked down, I guess. I'm something of a professional cook, obviously. You've seen these streams over the past year, right? Huh. I think if we're gonna do our balcony stream next year, I'll just go back to the small campfire in a can that we used. That was fine. That was perfectly safe. I don't know when I'll use this one instead, but also I'm trying my best to ignore the fact that I just got all this wax just spilled all over my my balcony. Fuck. I mean, maybe in theory, like once we get to the summer, I guess it'll just kind of like be easy to clean up because it'll be sort of quasi melted in the summer sun. But until then, got a while until we're in the midst of summer sun, so I don't know what I'm going to do in the meantime. Got big chunks of beef in your chili along with the ground stuff. Oh, like so it's like you had the chuck steak for the, I guess the texture purposes. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, fair. I'll trust your opinion on that one. Alright, I think the onions and peppers are probably ready to go, so let's finish this off real quick and add the meat. Oh, that smells really good. Fuck me, dude. I know it's literally just like onions and peppers so far, but turns out onions and peppers, when you cook them, smell really fucking good. Imagine that. Okay. Cool. So, add the ground beef. Hold the handle while I do this. Oi, come on. Okay. The Italian sausage. By the way, I'm using a 1/4 pound of each of these. Full recipe calls for a pound of each, which is definitely way too large for this little tiny pan. So we're using, for the 1/4 recipe, a 1/4 of each meat. 1/4 pound, that is. Come on. Come on. Bro. Alright. Break this meat up, shall we? Oh, man. I can definitely kind of feel or kind of smell and taste the spice just from the scents coming off of the chili peppers plus the spicy Italian sausage. Alright, try my best to break this up in a way where it'll be sort of chili-sized chunks in there. Oh man, that smells so good. The Italian sausage especially. Oh man. Oh baby, that smells good. There was two types of Italian sausage. There was the sweet one and the spicy one. And I went with the spicy one since I figured that fit the theme of Dragonbreath chili. And I gotta say, based on the smell of it, I'm pretty glad I did that. It's smelling really tasty. Nice and hot. Mm. Okay. I don't know if you can hear the creakiness of this entire setup, but like the whole setup is creaking a little with like the metal on metal. It's fine, dude. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. I'd say that's nice and settled for now. Let's let that do its thing for a bit. Careful, SpongeBob. Stay. Alright. What book is this? This is the official World of Warcraft cookbook. And we are making Dragonbreath chili from the official World of Warcraft cookbook, since it seems only appropriate for this, what is supposed to be a cold winter night. So I have the big oh yeah, I already read that part. Do I have a hair dryer? Whoa. Does it look like I need a hair dryer for my hair? Bro, I'm not fucking Fabio. Okay, so next up for this recipe, what we're going to do is we're supposed to have the meat do its thing for like 5 minutes or so. And then after that, we're going to add tomato paste. So let's bust that out. Stir to the paste. And then we're going to add other stuff. Okay, so let's get out the tomato paste. Can opener is there. So we're supposed to use an entire 8-ounce can. So this is 6-ounce can. That's random. Oh, so, okay. We're supposed to use an entire 6-ounce can for this recipe. So for a quarter, I don't know. We'll just try to eyeball a quarter of this can, I guess, for this recipe. Sure. And then after that, we're going to need beef broth, which I conveniently made before the stream started. Clutch. And we're going to need beer. This recipe does use beer, because if you think I'm going to make a recipe that doesn't include some sort of alcohol inside it, you're out of your mind, obviously. It's supposed to be a whole 12-ounce bottle of beer. I don't have a 12-ounce bottle with me, but I got this. I got some hams, and I'll just kind of pour it in and YOLO it and just kind of try to eyeball whatever a quarter of a 12-ounce thing of beer would be. And then we'll eventually add spices. Let me get those spices out as well. It's going to be like a little cumin, as my dad would say. Weird. Cinnamon. Like so. And cocoa powder, which was a bit of a weird one. I didn't own any cocoa powder, so I had to buy this entire little tin of cocoa powder. Great value, obviously. And I'll end up using this tiny, tiny little amount of cocoa powder for this one recipe, and then have this entire little thing left that I don't know what to do with. But if anybody has any fun ideas as to what to do with this giant little thing of cocoa powder, I'm all ears after the stream. I'll probably just eyeball all these ingredients. No need to get like super precise with the measurements, I don't think. Make chocolate milk. Is that all you... I mean, well, usually when I make chocolate milk, I just use, like, the Hershey's chocolate syrup, because I'm a normie. Does that work with, like, cocoa powder? Do you just mix cocoa powder and milk, and does that make chocolate milk, or is there something more to it? I feel like there should be something more to it. Oh, yeah, that meat's looking nice and brown, nice and delicious, dude. Buddy. Oh, baby. Like I said, I've got a bunch of meat left over and ingredients left over for this because I'm only making such a small quarter recipe, so if this ends up being good, and I've got high hopes, I'll probably use the rest of that leftover meat and make like a full portion just for my own personal use later on. Alright. Cocoa powder plus sugar and milk. Okay. Sounds easy enough. Fair enough, chat. Fair enough. I am a chocolate milk enjoyer, so I'm okay with that. Alright, so let's put in some tomato paste. Supposed to be approximately a quarter or so of this little tiny thing. Let's call that good enough. Tomato pasty. Where the fuck do I put this? I don't know. Back in here for now, whatever. And then stir so the paste and spices are evenly distributed. Okay. Oh shit, you know what I totally forgot to do? I forgot to salt and pepper the onions. The recipe doesn't call for me to do that, but I feel like that's never a bad idea. I haven't added any salt or pepper to this. I'm just gonna do that now. It feels weird to do any sort of cooking nowadays and not include some salt and pepper, right? Like, isn't that just like such a standard thing that you gotta do? I'm gonna do it. Whatever. Fuck it. I'm a salt enjoyer. Yes. Yes. Alright. And, of course, a little pepper for the boys. Yes. Yes. Alright. There we go. Now, imagine not putting salt and pepper in literally everything you cook. Not a thing, dude. There we go. Yeah, baby. Looking good. Okay. Even this out nicely. And let's add the rest of the shit. Stay. Okay. SalvDali salt day. What can I say? Like, salt's like... you have to add salt to everything. Everything's more delicious with more salt, right? All right, so pour in the beer and beef broth. Okay, shit, it's time. So what's a quarter thing of beer of a beer bottle? Probably something like that. Sure, close enough. And then it's supposed to be a half cup of beef broth. This is a full cup, just because one bouillon cube that I use makes a cup, so we'll just do half of this. That was about half. Okay. And then we're supposed to add the beans and diced tomatoes. Probably should have prepared those cans before I started this entire process. When do I add the spices, though? Tomato paste, pour in the beer, beef broth, and add the beans, diced tomatoes. When was I supposed to add the spices? What? Doesn't say. Add the start is like the okay. Add oil, peppers, onion, then cook for 5 minutes till brown soft. Add ground beef sausage, chuck steak straight until all the meat is browned. Oh, and then add all the spices. Yep, missed that part. Okay, well let's just do that now. Whatever. 2 teaspoons of cumin. I'm a coomer. 2 teaspoons. Whatever. There we go. And then 1 teaspoon of each cinnamon and cocoa. Okay. Dude, I literally used like a tiny, tiny microscopic portion of that cocoa. No, I got this entire jar left. Alright, that's cool. Whatever, man. And then cinnamon. Kind of just like a little... Okay. Alright. Stream was much better earlier. I recognize that the campfire in a can is more fun, but I also do not want to burn down my apartment. I gotta be at least a little responsible with these streams, and it got a little irresponsible, not gonna lie. Okay, mix it up. If you'd like to see future cooking streams, I would require an apartment that has a kitchen to be able to do them, and if the kitchen burns down, then that is a problem. Okay, there we go. I assume over time this will thicken up a bit. At the moment it's a little watery, but give it time over the heat and that should do its thing, right? Now there's nothing worse than like a watery chili, so hopefully we get to the point where this chili gets nice and thick, but I'm going to hashtag trust the process. I will turn down the heat a little bit. There we go. Now we're not making a large portion, right? So in theory this shouldn't really take that long to cook and to sort of slowly simmer. Because the recipe calls for this to simmer for like 2 hours. I ain't gonna wait 2 hours. That's not gonna happen. We're gonna wait like as long as we realistically can. We'll see. All right. Now we do have something else to do in the meantime. Don't worry about that part. Okay. So, this probably smells delicious, dude. It smells so good right now. If you ask me tomorrow, or I guess on Sunday for the recipe on stream, like I can take a picture of the book and you can use the recipe, because yeah, I mean I haven't tried it yet, but it smells good. I can tell you that. All right, so let's see. Lower the heat to a simmer. Cook uncovered for. Oh well, shit. We still have to add one more thing, don't we? 2 more things: beans and diced tomatoes. Oh shit. Okay, so we got tomatoes. Boom. And beans. Boom. So the can of tomatoes, we just add literally all of this, because the recipe calls for 28 cans, or 28-ounce cans of fire-roasted tomatoes.
I got on tonight.
This is a 15-ounce can, so that's a quarter. Math is hard. Okay. Hey, what's up, Scuzz Muffin? Coming in hot with the Prime sub now for 4 months. Appreciate it. Glad you got on. You love these streams? Hell yeah, dude. Just in time. Your sub will go directly to the cooking stream fund. Okay, so that's all the tomatoes. Fire roasted is what the recipe called for. And then the beans. I think we only use half this can of beans, right? Because this recipe, the full recipe calls for 2 of these cans, so for a quarter we use half this can. Okay. I guess we gotta drain the liquid though, huh? They'll never know. It sounds like I'm just peeing out the balcony right now. Okay, just don't tell anyone. All right, it's fine. It's biodegradable. It's going straight down to the grass. It's fine. It's fine. Nature's toilet. Okay, I gotta just jiggle it, right? Jiggle it a little bit. Get out that last little bit. Okay, you gotta do the dance a little bit. Yeah. Okay. All right, nice. So let's add half this can right here. These are kidney beans for what it's worth. Oh, I definitely just added most of the can, didn't I? Take some of those back out. Shit. Maybe got a little optimistic with my my bean usage, but I don't mind an extra beanie chili. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, there we go. That's fine. It was like 3/4 of a can. It's fine, whatever. Maybe a tree will grow there? Yeah, we'll grow a bean juice tree. Not a bean tree, a bean juice tree. It only produces the juices. Yeah, okay, so I'm definitely glad I went with the quarter recipe. That's basically the perfect fit for this pan right here. A half recipe would not have worked. Good call on that one, streamer. Okay, yeah, the tomatoes definitely make it nice and thick. Booty. Cool. So we're supposed to have to just simmer now for like I said, the recipe calls for a couple of hours. Ain't nobody got time to wait a couple of hours. We'll wait maybe like at most half an hour. We're gonna do something else while we just chill here and wait. But at least for now, put that there. Okay, and then maybe turn up the heat a tiny bit. There we go. Okay. Stay. Okay. What's this dish called? This is Dragonbreath chili. If you're a WoW enjoyer, which I imagine plenty of people in the stream are, you might be familiar with it. Fuck, all that wax on the balcony. Man, not a good... Oh, it's on my shoes. Oh, no. It's fine. This is fine. Totally fine. Okay. I am going to take a piss real quick because all that alcohol is going straight through me. Chat, let me know if this is burning down or if this is like lighting things on fire, okay? I'll be right back. Okay? Hold down the fort, chat. This is your responsibility. All right, all right. Oh, I'm going to leave the microphone here, too, so that you don't hear me pissing. As much as I'm sure you want to hear that. Okay. Okay. Let's continue. All right. Put you back where you belong, chat. Okay, so, cool. We got that simmering, and now we're definitely going to turn that down, because that's bubbling a little too much for my taste. Propane stoves, these are always hard, man, because like the heat is always so touchy, but you don't want to like turn it down. You can't get it like super low. Like there's one of I generally speaking prefer conventional gas stoves over electric stoves. But one thing electric stoves are pretty best for is getting things on simmer temperature where it's just like barely hot. Because electric stoves there's like a minimum temperature for fire, right? Like if something's on fire, it's not going to go below a certain temperature. But like if it's got like an electric heating coil, then you can kind of regulate the temperature a little bit better at low heats. But that's okay. Out here in the balcony campground, we make do with what we got, I guess. All right, now, so we're going to let that simmer for the next whatever amount of time. And in the meantime, we are going to make something to go along with the chili. If you thought we were just making chili tonight, you are incorrect. Let's move this stuff off to the side. I don't need the cutting board anymore, I don't think. Can opener, I think, is also Gucci. Oh, so yeah, I got these extra red beans. I'm gonna just throw these in the fridge real quick. I don't know. I'm not really concerned about the extra red beans that I have. If they just disappeared forever, it's not the end of the world, but I'm cheap and stingy. I don't want to waste them. Okay, cool. So, what we're going to make to go along with this Dragonbreath chili is something that the WoW Cookbook literally recommends you pair with the Dragonbreath chili. Because like this entire recipe book, like it's got a little section at the top right of each page that says like pairs well with, and sometimes it just gives really random things like, you know, use like for this thing of bread, like use butter or jam or honey. But sometimes on this recipe book, which is cool, is it'll say pairs well with this other recipe that's also in this book. So this one specifically, it recommends you use the cornmeal biscuits on page 69. Nice. Now, I don't recognize cornmeal biscuits from WoW. I'm assuming that must have came, I guess, in a later expansion, unless somebody knows about cornmeal biscuits in the game, like in the first 3 expansions that I've never heard of. But regardless, it's going to be cornmeal biscuits. I mean, I don't know. It's pretty descriptive, right? It's not like you really have to imagine too hard as to what exactly that is. But if there's something that goes well with chili, cornbread is kind of the first thing that comes to mind, right? So that is what we're going to make. Now, we got to combine all that shit. It's bubbling all right. Got it. It's tough. Like I want to turn this flame down as low as possible, but I'm just worried the flame's just going to straight up go out. All right, so the first step of this recipe says preheat the oven to 375. Well, we don't have an oven. Well, at least, in this campground, we don't have an oven, obviously. But we do, thankfully, have an air fryer because that's nice and portable and convenient. So I brought my air fryer to this campground. So we're going to try our best to make these cornmeal biscuits in the air fryer, which is kind of like an oven, right? So that might work, maybe. I don't know. Probably, maybe, I don't know. So let's combine all our shit, shall we? It's pretty simple. It's just flour, cornmeal, baking powder, salt, butter, shredded cheddar cheese, and buttermilk. So, sure. Should have been called mana buns. There are mana buns. Like, the reason why this is not mana buns is because they literally have a mana buns recipe in here. It's, hold on. Where are they? I know it's in here somewhere. Maybe it's in the dessert section. I've gone through, like, every recipe in this book just to see what it has, and there's a lot of, like, the classic, yeah, here it is. They got a lot of the classic foods in there, and I shit you not, it's not the conjured mana buns. I know you can't really see this all that well, but this is conjured mana buns right here. So I don't hate the idea of making these. These are more like breakfasty in that they're sort of like cinnamon rolls for breakfast, but they look delicious. I'll say that. Those are good. Honestly, everything in this book looks good. They got the conjured mana strudel as well for those Wrath Mage enjoyers. Ugh. But I've never made strudel before, so I'd be kind of tempted to make that for a future cooking stream. There's a lot of fun potential streams in here. But for now, let's stick to the one we're doing right now, shall we? Strudel, ja, brother. Okay. So let's combine all the shit, shall we? Just like the Dragonbreath chili, I'm not going to make a full recipe of this because air fryer that I have is very tiny. So we're going to make a third of a recipe and try to see if we can portion things out appropriately. How well that's going to go, I don't know. Did I bring my third cup measurer out here? I definitely did not. Okay, let me grab that. Hold on. The firecracker salmon's so good. Yeah, I read that one. That looks, I mean, simple, but it does look tasty. That is kind of like one of the only drawbacks of this recipe book is that for streaming content at least, a lot of the recipes are like so simple because like, I mean, let's face it, WoW players who buy this cookbook are not going to be master chefs on average. A lot of the recipes are really simple to the point where I'm not really sure it'd be all that interesting for stream content because it's straight up just too simple. It'd be too fast and easy. So like firecrackers salmon, I remember like seeing that sort of thing with the salmon. I was just like, well, this looks easy and tasty, but like this would be like a half-hour stream. It's like, okay, so stir this a little bit because all that heat is concentrated in the center of the pan. I gotta make sure I stir it so that way like the center doesn't get too cooked and the outsides don't get cooked at all. Smelling nice though, I'll say that. Can't complain. Chat, what's the temperature outside right now? You can see probably on stream right now, I can't. It doesn't feel cold. I'm not cold at all. I'm completely comfortable right now. If I had to guess, it's probably still like mid-30s, I guess. But it's not even raining. It was supposed to be raining all night, but it's not even doing that. How disappointing. 48, what a fucking liar, dude. 69, nice. A lie, but nice. Shows 36. Okay, I can believe that. Yeah, it's not cold at all out here. I'm fine. Like, I mean, obviously I'm wearing some pretty thick clothing, but I'm being chillin'. Right now, if it stayed like this all night, I could absolutely sleep out here. I know it's not supposed to. It's gonna get windy as fuck later, but, you know. Is that a sturgeon behind me? Hell yeah, dude. It's Joelle. Hey, buddy. To go along with his girlfriend Joel right there. Or her girlfriend. Or his. This is 2024. It's undersized. You can't catch those? No, dude, I didn't catch this. This is not my catch. This is my pet. It's Joelle. So chat, remind him who Joelle is, okay? Introduce him. All right, so let's get the flour because we need to combine all the dried ingredients first. So this recipe calls for 1 1/3 cups of all-purpose flour. We're making a third recipe, so let's do a third plus a third of a third. Whatever the fuck that is. 1/3. Flour bag is almost out. Third of a third. Okay. This isn't World of Warcraft. What's up, Mercmaster? But we are cooking from the official World of Warcraft cookbook, so it is still at least World of Warcraft related. Appeals to everybody. For people that don't give a fuck about WoW anymore, cool, he's cooking. For the people that care about WoW, it's Dragonbreath chili, right? You've eaten that one in game before at some point if you're not a filthy fucking casual. Although I will admit, I never actually used Dragonbreath chili in vanilla. I've never actually bothered with that shit, even though in theory you could probably benefit from it for a speedrun, but I don't bother because, whatever. Okay, next up we add the cornmeal. Okay. Cornmeal, we're going to use 1/3 of a cup. Yep. Because we are making cornmeal biscuits. It would be a little weird to not include cornmeal, obviously. 2½ teaspoons of baking powder? That seems like a lot. Oh, careful. But, okay. Did I bring teaspoon measures out here? I did, right? Oh, there it is. So how much did it say? 2½ teaspoons. So 1/3 of that is 0.83. Okay, well, here's 0.5. And then I need another 0.33, so like 1/3 of a tablespoon, so like 2/3 of a half, right? Something like that. I'm half Asian, I can do math. I'm outside in the cold and not drinking whiskey and scotch. Bro, you think I'm not drinking? Come on. I mean, I'm drinking beer right now, but we had our whiskey earlier, and we might have some more later. Just saying. How fucking dare you? Who the fuck do you think I am? Bro. What's up, Brock Games coming in off the Prime 7 now for 31 months. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Your sub will go directly to the Hot Pockets, Doritos, and Joel Fund. Hey, buddy. Didn't see the bottle always proving you wrong. Hell yeah, dude. My alcoholism knows no bounds. Wow. All right. Next up is a little salt. Okay. Wait, not that one. Because we are, in fact, a salt enjoyer. Now, it's supposed to be just only a ½ teaspoon, so 1/3 of that is just like almost nothing, right? A little something there. You'll sit back and respect the legend. I don't know if I'd call myself a legend. I'm more like some dude doing some ghetto-ass cooking on the internet. Let's put some not respect on my name, please. Alright, so salt. Okay, so now we rub or cut in the butter. Okay, so we're supposed to cut in butter. I probably should have softened some butter in advance, but... I mean, I've had the butter sitting out here, but I'm sure it's not soft because it's still cold outside, so... We're going to try our best to cut in butter. How much do we need? Half cup, so a third of that would be, like... Fuck. Chat, somebody who has access to Google right now or something. What is a third... hold on. I need a third of a half a cup, but what is that in tablespoons? Fucking American measurements, man. I don't know what the fuck we're doing with our measurement systems. Fahrenheit I fuck with, but admittedly the whole, like, ounces, cups, tablespoon shits, like, I'm not going to try to argue that it makes any sense at all, because it doesn't. It's really fucking dumb. Brave asking chat for a conversion. Yeah, half chats just be like, oh, you should use metric streamer. I'm European, so I know better than you do. Yeah. Aren't you smart with your funny accent? Okay, so, 2.66 tablespoons? That seems like a lot, but okay. 2.66 tablespoons is a third of a half a cup. Okay. So, like this much here. Okay. I'm gonna trust you on this one, chat. I hope you're right. It seems like a lot, but... Alright. I mean, okay, worst case scenario, I use too much butter. Oh, no. Oh, what a disaster that would be. Shit, I guess I should have kept the cutting board out. Hold on. We got it. There it is. What are we making? Well, this is Dragonbreath chili, currently simmering over the campfire. And then, in the meantime, while this simmers, we are making ourselves some cornmeal biscuits to go along with it. Both of which recipes are coming out of the official WoW cookbook. Wow. How on brand. Also, this is definitely thickening up. I was a little worried earlier it was a little thin, but now it's starting to get nice and thick with many, many C's. I'm a fan. Okay. It's getting a little windy out here, so the flame is kind of struggling on the propane oven, or on the propane stove. I don't want to turn up the heat, because... based on cooking with this propane stove in the past, it tends to get hotter than you think it would, so... You know, resist the urge. Okay, so anyways, we're supposed to cut in the butter, so I'm just going to try my best to cube this in a really ghetto way. Like I said earlier, ideally I should have softened this butter in advance, but... I mean... I guess I could have just had it sitting indoors the whole time instead, but whatever. I've had it outside the whole time, so, you know, in some circumstances that's softened, but I guess when it's in the 30s outside, it's essentially still in the refrigerator. It's starting to rain again. Why? Because I feel raindrops on me, because it's getting windy and blowing rain into my face. Oh my. It's starting to get... Wind's just coming out of nowhere all of a sudden. Okay, I don't want that please don't blow this over. Well, that was a little sketchy all of a sudden. Stay. Don't you fucking dare. And it blew the fire out. Okay, very cool. Let me finish cutting up this butter before we put the flame back on, because I'm a little paranoid all of a sudden. I'm very glad now that I don't have the campfire still going, because I guarantee you that fire would be blowing directly into my face now. That would not be comfy. Okay. Man, this seems like a lot of butter for this tiny little mini portion of cornbread. You guys 1000% sure that 2.66 is correct? I mean, no one on the internet's ever lied before, right? You must be correct. Oh shit, just occurred to me the propane's still on, even though the flame went out. Okay, I probably shouldn't just let this sit here and breathe those fumes, huh? Okay, hold on. Alright, Okay, this is fine. Just put that there real quick. Come on, baby. Come on. fuck. Okay. Hold on, let's turn this up a little bit. By the way, the backup plan, of course, is just to take this inside and put this on the stove, but that'd be too easy, dude. Oh, match stay lit. No. Okay. Attempt number 3. Oh, please don't blow my shit away, please. I broke that match. All right, attempt number 4. All right. Okay. All right. Cool. Anyways, back you go. All right. Okay. Not sketchy at all. Anyways, let's mix up this. We're supposed to cut this butter into this little thing. Now, I think in reality, the recipe probably, even if it doesn't say it, probably expects you, like, you're going to use a food processor for this, right? Yeah, we don't have a food processor here at this campground, obviously, so... Oh, don't put the fire out, please. We're going to try our best to mix this up and mix in the butter cubes. Now, historically, I've done some baking on some past Clueless Bachelor cooking streams. I know that the texture you want to go for is basically like coarse sand when you're breaking up the butter in here. I don't think I'm going to realistically be able to do that because this butter is not soft at all because it's been sitting out here and it's in the 30s, so we're essentially just sitting in a refrigerator right now. But I'm going to try my best to at least break this up a little bit. I don't think it's the end of the world if we have some rather large butter chunks just sitting in our, in what's eventually going to be our dough, right? I don't know. Did I acquire a new, I'm assuming you're talking about a blender yet? No, I didn't. I mean, I haven't really needed a blender since I broke the old one. I mean, it still works, I guess. It was just making very strange noises and smoking and making chemical smells in my kitchen, so I turned it off. But it's not like the engine or the motor stopped running. But next time we make a recipe that requires a blender for stream, yeah, I'll probably have to buy a new one because I don't really trust that old one anymore. Pretty sure it probably reduced my lifespan by at least a couple of years last time I used it. Campground? What are you talking about? Of course this is a campground. We stayed here last year. I literally have camped here before. It's year 2 in this campground, dude. Come on. Dali hot tub stream is coming soon on the same balcony. Balcony? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Okay, yeah, this is not... Okay, well, this is not really the texture we want at all in this current... in this dough. I know you can't really see it, but like none of the butter chunks have like broken up at all. They're still very much just like giant little cubes, but whatever. Fuck it. It's good enough for me. What are we doing next here? Rubber cutting butter. No, you're supposed to rub in or cut in the butter until no large chunks remain. Yeah, we did that. Sure. And then we add shredded cheese and toss and distribute evenly. Okay. Oh, okay. And then okay. So one thing we're gonna have to do is add in buttermilk. Now, let me just finish this off. I'm paranoid it's going to just blow off the counter. The counter. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Priorities. By the way, shout outs to my boy Doc. I don't know what Doc is up to nowadays. I don't know if he's playing SOD or what he's doing, but every time I see Hams, I always think of Doc because for the longest time, Doc used like a can of Hams beer as his profile picture on Discord. So whenever I see this beer, I just think of Doc and his boomer ways, and I hope he's doing well. I don't know what he's up to nowadays. I don't know if he's still playing WoW or what he's doing, but cheers to you, Doc, man. My OG leveling bro in vanilla World of Warcraft. Love you, bud. Hams is the best cheap beer. Well, I mean, we did that entire beer tier list to figure out what the answer to that question was. Hams was one of the better ones. I think when we rated Hams, it was like B tier. There are better cheap beers. I think the most obvious one that comes to mind is Yingling. Yingling's the GOAT for sure when it comes to cheap beer. But yeah, Hams is solid, honestly. Hams is like, I'd drink this any day over like Bud or Miller or Coors or like kind of like the standard ones, like the big ones, for sure. Okay. So I think what I might do here is, well, okay, we're gonna do two things first. First things first, it's starting to sprinkle, and like the wind is blowing water onto my my cookbook, so we might just kind of cover this and put it down here. Hopefully it doesn't get so windy it blows the camera over. Like, thankfully my camera's kind of in like it's my phone. It's kind of in like a protected little cubby of the balcony, so we should be okay. But it's starting to get a little sketch out here. I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, so okay. What we need to do is we need to work on the buttermilk. Now, I know you're normally just be like, well, you just get a thing of buttermilk and you pour it in there, right? But over the course of my trip home for Christmas, I was making the green bean casserole. I'm going to mix, by the way, this by hand while I do this because this is not broken up enough. I was making the green bean casserole, the same one that I made for the Thanksgiving, the booze giving stream, if you remember that one. And that one called for a pretty healthy bit of buttermilk in there. So when I went home for Christmas and like my family was talking about like what we're gonna eat for Christmas, I said like, hey, I'll make green bean casserole. I'll make the one that I made for the cooking stream because like I kind of told the full story already, so hopefully you heard it on stream already. But basically, I was like, well, you know, I'll contribute to the family cooking this year because like shit, I can kind of cook now, kind of, sort of. And so I told them like, yeah, I'll make the veggie dish, which in reality, if you remember that green bean casserole dish, it's like 90% fried onions, like 10% green bean. But it was the veggie dish, so I got certainly my version of the veggie dish. But anyways, so it called for buttermilk. So when my parents were asking me, like, oh, so what ingredients do you need? So when we go grocery shopping, we'll get them for you. It was like, oh, well, here's all the stuff, blah, blah, blah. And one of them was buttermilk. And so I get home, and, like, it's Christmas Day, and, like, we're ready to start the cooking. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I need to get all the ingredients. Like, all right, so where's the buttermilk exactly? And my dad specifically said, oh, well, we didn't buy buttermilk. Instead, we always use this trick instead where we combine milk and vinegar, and that apparently creates something that's similar to buttermilk that you can then use for baking, and it works just as well. And they were like, oh, yeah, everybody does this. It's super common. It's definitely a thing. Everybody does this. It's identical, basically, to buttermilk. There's no difference, whatever, blah, 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 blah. I'd never heard of that before, and frankly, I was pretty skeptical on that whole thing. And I combined some vinegar and milk, and frankly, it produced something that wasn't anywhere close to buttermilk. I mean, it was just milk, and it was just watery and kind of vinegary. But anyways, the reason I'm telling you this entire story is I realized at the last minute today I forgot to buy buttermilk, but then I remembered, oh yeah, my dad told me about this trick to make something that's apparently the same as buttermilk using regular milk and vinegar, which I do have. So we're gonna be doing that, I guess, for our buttermilk. Yeah. Was that entire story worth it? Probably not. But I was too busy mixing our dough anyways. Okay. So I looked this up earlier to make sure I was doing this properly. We need half a cup of buttermilk. So we're going to do half a cup of milk and then a half tablespoon of vinegar is what it was, okay? So I measured this out in advance. This tiny little cup right here is basically about a half a cup if you fill it to the top. So we're going to call this good enough. Obviously, the milk is great value, obviously. Alright.
Looks cozy.
You've never heard of it, but you Google it, and apparently it's a thing. Yeah, I Googled it too, and the Google was like, oh yeah, that's definitely a thing. So I was like, okay, sure, why not, if you say so. I guess it's a thing. I'll be honest though, when I did it at home, it didn't feel like it worked at all. Like, my parents were like, oh yeah, it'll thicken up, it'll be just like buttermilk. It didn't really thicken up at all, but desperate times call for desperate measures. I had vinegar, because this is from, I don't even remember when I used this vinegar, but I bought this specifically for a cooking stream once, and I never used it again, but here we are. Finally found another use for it, I guess, so yay. Alright, there we go. So you're supposed to mix that up, wait like 10 minutes, and then apparently it just magically becomes something that's akin to buttermilk. Okay, sure, why the fuck not? Please don't blow over. Jesus. This is super fucking sketch, dude. Okay, what do I mix this with? Just fork, whatever. So the idea basically what's supposed to happen is like the vinegar is supposed to like curdle the milk, in which that's what thickens this up. I mean, okay, here, all right. You know what? Actually, this is actually sort of working better. So my parents, at home, they use 1% milk normally, and like it didn't thicken up at all. This is 2% milk, and this is doing better. So I get the feeling like maybe this works better with higher fat content milk, because this is actually kind of thickening. Still nowhere close to the thickness of like actual buttermilk, but at least like it's better. I don't know. Ish. Whatever. What's up, Savanternator coming in hot with the tier 1 sub. Looks cozy. The wind is making this less cozy, not gonna lie. Oh, please don't put the flame out. Oh. And admittedly, this is barely simmering, so I'm gonna turn this up because the wind is kind of fucking this up a bit. But thank you, sir. Your sub will go directly to the Hot Pockets Doritos and not burning my apartment down fund, ideally. I'm very glad I put out the campfire in a can. That was not going to work when it got this windy. I was already concerned about the weather because I looked at the weather report and saw it was going to get super windy. And I was like, that might make it sketchy. And then once I saw how big that flame got, I was like, yeah, no, this ain't going to work. This is not, that's not something that's going to be safe at all. So, yeah. I know it's more lame when we use the propane stove instead, but I would not have felt comfortable at all right now with that propane, with the campfire can thing, like, getting blown about by this wind. Okay, anyways, shit, I closed the cookbook. Alright, what are we doing next? Back to page 69, nice. Shredded cheese and tossed, distributed and stir in buttermilk until mixture is just moistened. Okay, so we need, a third of a half a cup of shredded cheddar cheese, and you guys said that was 2.66 tablespoons. I'm just gonna kind of eyeball that. Okay. Where's my cheese? There you are. Hello. You're nervous for my... Oh! I don't know if you can hear it, but you can hear like the wind kind of trying to put it out, if that makes sense. Okay. So we got our cheddar cheese here. Great value, obviously. Yes, sir. So, what was it, like 2.66 tablespoons? What the fuck is that? I don't know. Let's just add some cheddar cheese. Sure, there we go. That looks about right. Whatever, fuck it. We can hear it. Sounds like I'm gonna have a lap full of chili soon. I mean, it's not... Okay, maybe it's not that sketch in that case. Like, maybe it sounds worse than it actually is. It doesn't sound that bad, but... It's, like, mildly concerning, alright? Not, like, DEFCON 1. Cheers, boys. Cheers to a sketchy-ass cooking stream. Alright. Also, I should put this on the table. That's, like, begging to fly off the balcony and never to be seen again. Does it even have flavor if it's not great value? I agree, dude. Great value is the goat, man. Alright, so let's mix this up, and then we'll add the buttermilk. Oh, I should probably preheat. I guess I'll have to take the laptop off here, but I'm not even using this laptop. I'm literally using my old phone as the chat because my laptop's super unreliable. So this laptop is literally just serving as a stand for my phone to read chat, so I can take the laptop off the table. It's not a big deal. Alright, so let's preheat the air fryer. Now, okay, so it's supposed to be 375 in the oven. So usually when you do an air fryer, usually when you do an air fryer, you make it slightly cooler than an oven. And don't please go anywhere. Okay, It's definitely starting to rain a bit on here too on me because the wind is blowing in all this rain. Probably take the laptop out of there. Yeah. And so the air fryer, like, I guess maybe I should get it like to 350 or something. I don't know. We're just gonna YOLO this and see what happens. All right. So hello. There's the air fryer. Nice and conveniently campground-sized air fryer. Very convenient. All right. And they even have electrical outlets in this campground. Very convenient. So, I'm gonna turn this, I guess, to 350, let's say, because like the conventional oven says 375, so usually air fryer you want it like a little cooler, so like 350 seems fine. I don't know. And preheat this. It's the time it calls for is 25 to 30 minutes, so I'll set 25, I guess, for now. All right, preheating. Okay. And now let's add the buttermilk to this, stir it up, and then prepare the dough, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if this is going to work at all. Obviously, you're supposed to use an oven, not An air fryer, admittedly, is not ideal, but it's all we have to work with right now. Not really, but, you know, let's pretend like it is. Okay. There's the buttermilk. Oh. Oh. Okay, we're good. Stay. Stay. Okay. Doing a casual bougie-ass cooking stream, gonna log into WoW and land a Gressel right after. Buddy implying that I don't have Gressel already on Classic Era. Although it'd be nice on my human, I'm not gonna lie. On the Orc Warrior, it's pretty underwhelming when you don't have THC to go with it. Okay. Sounds like consistency of like pancake batter. It feels like it probably should be thicker than this, but it's because the recipe that I'm using says like it should just be like barely moist, and this definitely has, like I said, the consistency of pancake batter. So I don't know how well this is gonna work. I feel like I maybe went overboard on the liquids in this. No, okay, let's thicken it up like a little bit. Maybe we should just add more flour to this actually. Not a little more flour. Oh, yo, 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 yo. Alright, a little extra cocaine in there, never hurt anybody. Okay. Swear to God, I'm just making like cornmeal pancakes with what this batter is. Is the chili looking thick? Let's see. I haven't stirred in a while, actually. That's a good call. Oh yeah, shit, it is getting thick. That's good stuff. It doesn't have that creamy texture like the pumpkin chili had when I had that. The pumpkin chili, honestly, is kind of goated. The pumpkin chili was really good when I made that. That's hard to beat. But it's looking good. It smells good. And I was a little concerned that it'd be hard to simmer this over the propane stove, but with all this wind, it's like kind of regulating the temperature a little bit, so it's actually not bad as far as the temperature is concerned. Oh, the preheating's done, okay. Alright, Mr. Air Fryer. Hold on, stick with me, bud, stick with me. Alright, so, okay, actually this batter got pretty thick. Now, I'm not going to be able to fit all this batter into one air fryer cooking sesh, I don't think, because the tray for this air fryer is not large. It's pretty small, but I'm going to try my best to just kind of make a little, I guess, can I even fit two in here? I'm just going to go with one, honestly. Let's just kind of plop a little chunk down there and see what happens. I probably should have greased this, huh? I didn't grease this at all, did I? Well, that's okay. That's actually going to be a giant biscuit. Okay. This is what it looks like in there, by the way. We'll see what happens here. This might be sketchy as fuck. The rest of this dough, maybe I'll just make a second batch and a third batch, whatever. Man, there was no sugar in this, was there? It feels weird, like, 'cause normally when you make cornbread, there's sugar in it, right? Did I fuck up? Was there supposed to be sugar in this? It's so weird, by the way, to use like a conventional cookbook instead of just looking like a recipe online. I've never owned a cookbook in my life before. There's no sugar in this, no. Interesting. Okay, sure. My man's just ate raw dough. It's fine. There's no eggs in there, so that's all Gucci. Okay. Whew. Now, earlier I was talking about how like I wasn't really cold at all. It's starting to get kind of cold because now it's really fucking windy out here, and the wind is kind of just going straight through all the clothing I'm wearing. So, remember how I said earlier I've got ingredients for one more hot toddy that we started the stream with? I think it's time to make the second one because I definitely need that now to warm up because I'm actually getting kind of cold. So let's get out the stuff for that, shall we? Joel, you're okay. You gotta chill here, bud. You can chill up here. Hey, buddy. All right. Tea kettle. All right, it's down here. All right, hold on. Let me get that back up. I conveniently put enough water into this tea kettle for 2 batches of hot toddies. Smart streamer, planned in advance. Oh. Whoa. Okay. Let's move the air fryer this way. Guess the tea kettle will just be behind the air fryer. You're just gonna have to trust that it's there. Okay. Alright. get that water boiling again. Let's make another hot toddy, because streamer is cold. Alright. Hot toddy season? Yes, sir. I've never had a hot toddy in my life, but I made one for the first time earlier in the stream, and honestly, yeah, it's pretty tasty. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. Okay, so mug from earlier. Let's get the other half of the lemon that we had and utilize the rest of that, shall we? What did the one person say earlier to do? Like, you're supposed to, like roll the lemon or something before you juice it? Is that a thing? I can do that. There's the other half that I had. Boom! Okay. Corn is sweet enough without sugar? Well, it's not corn, though. It's cornmeal, so it's not quite the same. I'll tell you this. Anything like that's ever... Whenever I've cooked, like, anything like cornbread-ish, so, like, whether it's cornbread itself or cornbread muffins or cornmeal pancakes, like, there's always sugar in the dough. So, it's a little surprising to me that this doesn't actually use any sugar, but, you know, following the recipe. Hashtag trust the process, I guess. Okay. Oh, definitely a seed in there or two. Oh shit, there's a lot of seeds. Okay, hold on. I know there's that trick where you can like squeeze the juice through your hands, but that's CBA right now. Let's see if I can get the seed out. Come on. Oh, careful, SpongeBob. I got a spoon. Hold on. There we go. Did I just litter? We're in the great outdoors. We're in nature right now. There's no such thing as littering. This is all organic. This is all biodegradable, obviously. Fuck, my hands are getting really cold. Alright, I definitely need to get this nice warm drink in me. Come on, baby. Bringing freedom to the land? Yes, sir. One piece of trash at a time. Okay, definitely getting more seeds in there. The other half had no seeds. This is apparently the half that had all the seeds. Okay. We'll call it enough lemon juice. Fuck it. Okay. Dig these other seeds out of here. Don't really want a textured hot toddy if I can avoid it. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, I got one of them. Oh, shit. Okay, that's one. One more in there. Come on, baby. It's not a clean spoon, by the way. It definitely has like a bunch of tomato paste on it, but whatever. Alright, what else did I add to that? It was honey and... hot water and whiskey, I guess is all it was, right? Okay. Holy shit, this honey has gotten like super, super thick since it's cold out here. Barely wants to squeeze. Holy fuck. I've never actually tried to I've never chilled honey before. Apparently it gets like extra, extra thick. Come on. Oh my god. This honey thing's shooting some serious ropes right now, dude. Extra thick. Yeah. Look at this dude. Okay, that's probably enough. Whatever, fuck it. Close enough. My neighbors ever complain about noise or smoke? Well, it's not like I'm doing this on a daily basis. Once a year, they can probably survive. Especially considering how much noise they normally make. Like, I think they can live with one night a year where I make too much noise. And there's no smoke coming in this. There's steam, but it's not smoky. The thing earlier was smoking, but we put that out, thankfully. Okay, anyways. Okay, so that... And then the hot water, which is just about boiling. Almost there. It's like if you put it in the refrigerator. Yeah, I mean, it's basically refrigerator temperature outside of this point. I don't know. I don't know exactly the temperature you guys do, I guess. I assume we're probably in the low to mid-30s at this point. Oh. House is not boiling. Please, God. Come on, I'm cold. Ah. Okay, I think it's going. All right. Yes. Alright, I'm just going to eyeball it to the same level it was at the first time. There we go. And then naturally, It'd be a little silly if we made this and didn't include the knob, of course. Merkmaster mentioning earlier, like, streamer, where's the whiskey? I got your whiskey right here, brother. Hell yeah, brothers. Yes, yes. Okay, that was a lot. All right, that's fine. That's fine. Good news is, this campground is within walking distance of where I live, so I can afford to overdrink tonight. It's not a big deal. All right, cool. This knife is clean, right? Sure, whatever. Hot toddy, yes sir. Yes sir. Never had a hot toddy before today, but it's pretty good. I'm making them because it's ridiculously easy to make. And that is right up my alley, stuff that's really easy to make. Okay. Oh, alright, how's the chili looking? Oh, that's sizzling, baby. Oh, fuck, I'm so ready to consume this. This is probably a little too hot right now. Oh, never mind, that's good. Oh, baby, that's strong, but it's good. 38. Is it really actually still 38? Did it go up? Seriously? I got colder just because it's windy now, but man, that's actually shocking that it's actually warmer than it was earlier. How cold is it outside there? Bro, you're fucking killing me, dude. I looked for like 2 hours last night trying to find an OBS widget that would show the weather. Breaking my balls, man. That mug makes my hands look tiny. Well, you know what they say about big mugs, right? A lot of tea. And big penises. Oh shit. Yeah, the rain that's being blown in by the wind is definitely getting the campfire in the can kind of wet, so let me move this. Also, oh, careful, SpongeBob. Oy, 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 oy. Okay. I assume that at least the campfire in a can is now cold to the touch, so I can now just handle this. Huh. It looks like what we started with. Almost looks like a cake, actually. Very dangerous cake. Okay, we'll use you for some other stream, but maybe not this one. You got a little sketch. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Oh. Okay. What the fuck is that? You very clearly weren't here for the first hour of stream, huh? Probably for the best. Alright. Oh, baby. Okay, let me, I'll give you guys a close-up of this chili. That's actually looking pretty good, boys. It's looking pretty good. This is supposed to sizzle for like 2 hours, by the way, and this has only been sizzling for probably, I don't know, maybe half an hour at most. And, that's already looking good. If anything, I'd be concerned about... I'd have to add more liquid if this was going to sizzle longer, because this is already getting pretty thick, if you will. Actually, I never tasted it, too, before I probably should have done a taste test at some point to see if I should add something, but I actually haven't. Fuck it, let's do it now, because if I need to add more salt, I should do it now. Nope, we are Gucci, boys. Mmm. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay. Okay. Yes, not an alcoholic, by the way. Alright, let's let that go until the biscuits are done. Or, well, the biscuit. I guess we're only really making one, aren't we? Okay. Alright, okay. The rest of this dough, I mean, I guess, like, well... dough got really thick, too, Jesus. I guess maybe just, I'll cook the rest of these later. I don't know, I can probably have the dough just lay out here for a little while. It's not the end of the world. But anyways, the timer for the biscuit is 13 minutes. So I guess we have until then. Let me just look at this real quick, actually. I have no idea what this is going to look like. Okay, I mean, shit. Like, let me show you what we're working with here. Hold on. Let me give you a view of just what the entire situation is right now, chat. Okay, yeah, throw cam, baby. So, there's the chili, alright, and, you know, still simmering, of course, but honestly, man, I'm sure, oh, shit. Honestly, dude, like, that's looking pretty good already as is. It's definitely ready to eat. Like, the longer it simmers, the better, I'm sure, but it's already to the point where it's just like, I can down all of this right now if I needed to. Delicious. And then the biscuit, I was not really sure how this was going to work out with the air fryer, but come on. I mean, looking kind of biscuity, okay. So, we'll let that... I don't think it needs the full amount of time. Like, 13 more minutes seems excessive when it's already kind of golden brown on top, right? So, I think we're being chillin', boys. Honestly, I think we're almost ready to eat. I think we're actually almost there. Cool. Which is good news, because the way the stream started, I was a little worried that we were just going to burn our apartment down. But instead, it seems we actually have something that might be edible in the next few minutes. Neat. Let's take this tea kettle away from the danger zone. Wait. Hey, Joel. Hey, buddy. What's up? All right. Stay. Oh. Oh. Oh, yeah. All right. Just watched the video where I deleted Shadowmourne. Lovely. Look how far we've come. Instead of playing Wrath with Shadowmourne now, we're burning our apartment down live on stream. Cheers, bros. Oh, yes. Oh, man, it's just warm. That's all that matters to me. It's warm. It tastes like alcohol, too, so that's good. Oh, sleeping outside tonight? I considered it. I mean, that's what I did last year, right? I was going to initially, but there was two problems. Number one, it's supposed to get giga fucking windy tonight, and I was concerned literally, like, straight up just the tent could blow away, because I was going to use a tent out here this time around. I was just concerned everything else I had here was just going to blow away. And then number two, right now it's not that cold. I mean, it's windy, so it's kind of cold, but temperature-wise, it's not that cold, but the temperatures tonight are supposed to, like, plummet. So by the time I would wake up tomorrow, it was going to be in, like, the low 20s, and the wind chill was going to be, like, 4 degrees. I was like, okay, for my thin, like, my thin sleeping bag that's built basically for summer camping, like, that wasn't going to work. So this is why I was watching the weather so closely over the past week, because, like, I was trying to, like, find an opportune time to, like, try to do, like, a balcony camping stream, but the stars just never aligned. Like, the weather, it was either too warm or too cold. It never just got, like, perfect. So it is what it is. Heard the cold air advection is coming in around midnight. True or not? Yeah, that's about correct, actually. Unironically. All right. Honestly, that biscuit looked almost kind of ready. I mean, maybe I guess I could just take this one out and put another biscuit in there, since we have enough dough for probably 2 more. You've been watching the show Alone. This is sort of close. Dude, I'm so fucking addicted on Alone. I mean, I don't know if you got the recommendation from me, but I've recommended this like a million times over the past, like, couple of months. Dude, Alone is so sick, man. It's definitely inspired some of the camping stream ideas I have for the future, because that show is, like, you're 100% addicted. Dude, the show fucking slaps, man. It's one of my favorite shows that I've watched in the past, like, decade of my life. Out of curiosity, what season are you on? Because, I don't want to give away spoilers and talk about contestants you haven't watched yet, but yeah, Alone is by the way, for those that have no idea what I'm talking about, Alone is it's a reality show on the History Channel, where basically they throw people out into the wilderness and just basically, it's 10 people, right? They throw 10 people out in the middle of fucking nowhere in the wilderness and just say, the last person to tap out wins. So, like, basically you just have to survive out there as long as you possibly can, and, like, when you're like, ah, fuck, I'm gonna starve to death, like, you have to tap out. So the last person standing is the one who wins, and it's fascinating. It's such a good show, because, like, it's not gimmicky. It's not like naked and afraid. You're naked and afraid. Blah, 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 blah. It's just like they plop you in the middle of nowhere and just like, don't die. Good luck. And they film it alone. Like, it's literally they're alone. There's no camera crews. They have to film it all themselves. It's really good. Highly recommended, and it's even free on History Channel's website. No TV cable service required. You literally just go to their website and you just watch it for free. Awesome. You're on season 3? Nice, dude. Watched season 9 first, then went back to 1. Yeah, I've only watched up through 7, so I don't know what happens in season 9. But season 3 is a good one. Season 3, I think, of the first 3 seasons, season 3 is the best. So yeah, that's good shit, dude. That's good shit. Yeah, that show's so fucking good, man. You got it from your IRL friend, and over the holidays now you're addicted, dude. It's so good, man. It's so good. the alpha male tough guys that tap out 3 days in, dude. One dude's just like, oh, I hear some wildlife. Ah, I can't do this. I'm gonna tap out. There's one dude who, hopefully you're I'm not gonna spoil which season, but there's one dude where basically he arrives at the, in like the wilderness location that they're doing their thing in, and he just realizes like, I'm literally talking about like 2 days into like when he arrived. I didn't realize how lonely it was gonna be on a show called Alone. Oh, I can't do this. I gotta leave. Like, what a waste of a contestant spot. You're on a show called Alone. You can't handle the loneliness after 2 days? Bro. Okay, if you're starving to death, fine, I get it. But, like, I'm lonely. I need another person to talk to after 2 days of being in the wilderness. Okay, that's looking pretty good. We're taking this out. Oh, baby. I'm gonna take this out and add another one, I guess. Fuck it. Oh, right, it's definitely just stuck to the bottom here, isn't it? Got a spatula here, right? Yeah, because this cornmeal, I didn't grease the bottom of this, and I definitely should have. So, okay, well, come on, baby. Ugh. Let's just take the little metal thing out of here, the metal grate or whatever. Definitely gonna grease the next one, but I mean, color-wise, that's looking pretty good. Kind of like this just little cornmeal brick, but it looks tasty. Oh, careful! Not trying to burn myself. In case you're wondering how stuck this is. Oh, like it bled through like the little grate thing. Okay, hold on. I think I know how to get this out. Yeah, the dough literally like poured through the little grate here. But let me try a little preview of this. Oh, yeah, not bad. Not bad. Okay. Honestly, I could use some sugar. Maybe I'm just not used to non-sweet cornbread stuff, but I'm definitely, I guess, a sweet cornbread enjoyer, so when I try this and it's like it's not sweet at all, it's just like, it feels like it's missing something. But it's not bad. It's not bad. Okay, there we go. Now it's coming out. Alright. Close enough. Got any honey? Actually, I do, for making these hot toddies. Oh, shit. That's actually not a bad call. No, wait a minute. I could literally just add that to the dough, right? I mean, I got the dough right here. Why don't I just add some extra honey to this? Fuck it, man. I'm a man. I'm an adult. I can do what the fuck I want. Let's add this thick-ass honey to the dough and add in another batch. Fuck it. Thick honey. Fuck me, dude. Guess there's a reason why people never refrigerate honey, huh? Fuck me, man. That's a struggle. That's the most effort I've ever put into putting honey into a dish, that's for sure. Okay, that's enough. Fuck it. It's good enough. Oh, that dough definitely got thicker compared to the first time. Alright, mixed in some honey. Let's see if that helps. Okay, so let's be smart and grease the thing this time, shall we? I had oil here somewhere, right? Alright, there you are. Okay. Actually, what I need is, like, vegetable spray. Like, putting oil in here is a little sketch, because, like, this little grate thing, you can't really see what I'm talking about, but... whatever. It's fine. Okay. And then, let me put another little thing of dough in there. I mean, we're basically just gonna use the rest of the dough. Fuck it, we're just gonna make one giant biscuit. Fuck it, dude, whatever, man. Ain't nobody got time to make a third biscuit. That ain't happening. This is gonna be like the mega biscuit, similar to the Mega-Rito. Fuck it. Alright. Ooh. I gotta say, boys, the dough tasted better now that we added the honey. That's pretty good. Let's see how the second one goes, shall we? There we go. Okay. Well, I mean, this is ready, right? So, I mean, I don't really have any sort of official plating way to do this, but I got the cornmeal biscuit ready to go, and honestly, the chili's kind of ready. I mean, it's been simmering for a long-ass time at this point. Not 2 hours like the recipe calls for, but I'd say it's close enough. Whatever. Do we want to just, like, try this shit? Are we ready to go, boys? I think it's time. Okay. Let's give this a shot, shall we? Oh, the hot toddy. Yes.
Bullet.
Let me get a little paper towel. Hey, Joel. Sorry, Joel's kind of been tossed around here a bit. He's been chilling though.
Beast, boy.
Hey, buddy.
I don't care what it takes.
Would it work if I placed parchment paper under the dough? Maybe, but I don't own parchment paper right now, so kind of a problem. All right, here's what we're gonna do. Let's turn off the heat. I think whatever we got at this point is good enough. That's been simmering, not 2 hours like I said, but enough to the point where I'm pretty sure it's gonna taste just fine. And then I'm gonna take this. I don't have a bowl, so I'm just gonna eat this directly out of the pan. Fuck it. Let me get that grate that I was using earlier for the campfire. And we're going to use that as our thing to put the pan on to not fuck up our table. As if it's not already fucked up from the stream. Oh, I got so much shit out here, man. Okay. Nice. Alright, well, this worked. I mean, oh, this is actually fascinating. The bottom of this propane canister is like, it's got frost on it. So I mean, this makes sense, right? Science. Here, let me just show you. This is cool. So like, it makes sense, right? Like, as propane gets burned, the bottom is going to get cold because it's essentially siphoning energy away from the inside of the canister to burn it on the outside. So like, the bottom gets super frosty and cold. That's cool, man. That's cool. I know, just nerding out. But anyways, here's the chili. And that's looking nice and thick. Let me show you. Nice. And here's the biscuit brick made in the air fryer. And honestly, like, okay, that's looking pretty good. All right, worked. And it's Joel. Hey, buddy. All right. So let's give this a shot. Fuck it. Okay. It's gonna have me in frame. Close enough. Okay. Hoi. All right. Oh man. Well, this was an adventure, wasn't it? Wasn't exactly the way I drew it up, but we didn't burn anything down, and hopefully I'm not getting evicted from my apartment, so that's a good start, right? We're not done, by the way. We're actually still doing something after this. I'm just saying. But let's try our chili, the fruits of our labor, if you will. Not drinking much, I should pick it up. Yeah, it's the classic cooking stream problem of, like, I've been so concerned about the cooking that I forget to drink. I forget to, I forget to drink often enough, so yeah, you're right. I'm still disturbingly sober. I can pick it. Oh, that was really windy. All right, hold on. Let me dispose of these crumbs using nature's trash can. Yeah. All right, let's try the chili. All right. You can see it's steaming. It looks good. Oh, really hot. Okay. Ooh, but really good. Okay, hold on. Let me, before I take another bite, let's blow on this one. Oh. One of the little rubber things of the air fryer that's supposed to like be for the little grate in there fell off into the chili. Glad I saw that. Okay. Let me have one more taste of the chili, and then I'll give you my take here. Don't repeat the marshmallow. What? Its flavor? Well, not rubber. Oh, oh. Oh. This is exactly what I need right now. Freezing my ass off out here. It's getting windy as balls. This has got like a perfect level of spice to it. So, I mean, it's this compared to like more traditional chilies has much more texture to it, and I think that's because I've got like all the cubed chuck steak in there. Like normal chili is a little bit more probably not soupy, but pasty, if you will. It has more of like a paste consistency to it, if that makes sense. Whereas this one has much more distinctive like chunks inside of it. It's because of the chuck steak, and like we were talking about this earlier, how like that was going to add texture. And that's really nice, actually. It's really nice. That's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty good. Oh. Frankly, it could still be spicier. I added like basically twice the spice that the recipe calls for. The recipe, in fairness, said like basically like this is for white people pussy spice levels. So I had a double of spice, and I could still take more spice. There is a hint of spice in there for sure, but it's not like in any way overpowering. Usually, there's like a small hint of like, yeah, I can feel a tiny bit of a tingle on my tongue, but that's about it. Oh man, but flavor-wise, the cocoa actually, like you can like taste the cocoa powder that we added. That stands out a little bit. That's tasty. It's like, it's like kind of chocolatey and rich and got that spice to it. And what else? Oh, like the cumin. Yeah, I definitely taste the cumin in there. And like I can even taste like the Thai chili pepper they added to that. That's good, man. It's like it's got that nice little Thai chili pepper kick to it. It's hard to describe it. You prefer spies? What? Never tried chili with diced steak, only mince. We'll have to try it. Yeah, it's different for sure. It creates a different texture than I'm used to. It's not like traditional chili texture for sure. It's much more like, I mean, it's like imagine chili but with like cooked steak cubes in there. Like, that's what it is, but it's good. I like it. Oh, and it's warming me up, that's for sure. Stew? No, it's I mean, it's thicker than stew for sure. It's kind of like a stew if you had it over the stove for way too long and it like boiled down to paste essentially, but in a good way. All right, we'll try some cornbread. Hold on. All right. Now, keep in mind, this is the cornbread without the honey, so let's try the cornbread without the honey. Or well, technically these are cornmeal biscuits. Let's give it a shot. Crunchy. Oh man, that's cooked perfectly though. Look at that. Air fryer coming through, dude. Look at that. Oh baby. Okay. Oh, man, it's crunchy on the outside. Fuck, man. Air fryers they got like devil voodoo magic in there. I don't know how it does it, but the air fryers are just able to turn stuff into like extra crispy, extra crunchy, soft, pillowy on the inside deliciousness. Oh baby, the crunch. I'm sure you could hear it, right? I'll give you some crunch ASMR. I'm ready. Dip the bread in the chili. Okay, I got you, bud. I got you. Air fryer's this. I only have this air fryer because my sister got it for me last year for Christmas, and honestly, man, I wasn't a believer until she got it for me, and now I'm a believer. I'll simp for air fryers, absolutely. Oh man. Okay. 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 Cornbread looks legit. Yeah, I was a little worried because like it didn't have any sugar in there, so I kind of thought it was going to be too, I don't know, too bland, I guess. But I mean, like the cookbook literally suggests that you pair this with this chili, and like I gotta say, this is a fucking amazing pairing, dude. Oh baby. Not bad for 2 hours of work. I mean, funny thing is, you could do this much faster in a conventional kitchen, right? Like, in reality, all the work I just did outside would have been done probably within an hour in the kitchen, if not faster. But, like I said earlier that I still had a bunch of leftover ingredients to make more of this if it was good. I'm gonna make more of this. This is good. Where am I, by the way? A campground, obviously. Same one that I did, same campground that I camped at last year. Definitely not the balcony on at my apartment, that's for sure. Nope, 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 nope. Am I playing SOD? Nah, not for me, dude. I'm a classic era Andy through and through. If anything, like Flyers, why are you not playing with 5 Sunders, please? Get your ass into play on era. Play on 5 Sunders, please. Speedrun with us. What are you doing? Come on, man. We've even talked about how like you wanted to like to relive the glory days of vanilla speedrunning. We're doing exactly that right now on era in 5 Sunders, please. You're about to? Why not? It's perfect. It's like it got like we got pumpers, man. We're pumping. Have lots of work? Okay. I'm gonna lay out the entire process to you, nice and simple. There are people in guild, cough cough nips, cough cough dressed, who basically will tell you this: if you'd like to play in 5 Sunders, please, and you need a character on era, tell them, and you will magically get the gold you need to have a character boosted to 60 and ready to go to raid within the next couple of weeks. I'm just saying, if you want to pump, time should not be an issue. If you want to play the video game with us, we'll just let Jesus take the wheel. I'm just saying. Just throwing it out there. Might take us up on that magic, dude. Because we were talking about this a few months ago, right? Like, you wanted to. We were both talking about how like we'd love to relive the vanilla speedrunning glory days. Like, this is as close as we're gonna get. Like, that's like realistically at this point. So, anyways, all right, I'll drop it. I know that the rest of chat's like, "What's he talking about?" I thought this was a cooking stream, but I'm just saying, it's good stuff. Carrying my sorry ass through speedruns right now. Sorry for hijacking. No, it's all good, dude. It's all good. Oh. In case it's not obvious, this is really fucking good. Maybe I'm not getting as expressive as I normally would just because I'm sitting here cold. But like, the reason why I'm not is I'm just too busy. Like I'm eating this because this is like warming my soul right now. Oh man. This is the perfect dish for like sitting out on your balcony, freezing your balls off. Highly recommended, by the way, for those that have the WoW cookbook. And if you don't, like I said, I don't know the legality of this, but if you ask me for the recipe next stream that I do, and I just happen to take a picture of the recipe on this specific page of the cookbook and just happen to share it on my Discord, if you happen to see the ingredients, then, like, you know, who am I to stop you? Are we sleeping here, too? Like I said earlier, I considered it. I was tempted to do it again, but there's 2 problems. Number 1, it's supposed to get really windy tonight, and I'm worried like stuff is just gonna like blow away. And number 2, by the time I wake up tomorrow, it's supposed to be a wind chill of like 3 degrees. So, yeah. My tiny ass, pathetic little sleeping bag was not built for 3 degrees. So, unfortunately, I don't think realistically I want to do that. Sounds like good sleeping to you. You know, I like sleeping in cold environments. I enjoy sleeping when it's like cold, but even for me, a wind chill of 3 degrees is pushing it. By the way, for you Celsius weirdos, I have no idea what that is in Celsius, but it's cold. It's probably negative 20 degrees Celsius or something like that. That it's supposed to get down to, or the wind chill is supposed to be by the end of tonight. No, thank you. Alright, later, Bill. Thanks for hanging out, dude. Not cooking enough, hasn't had a snot rocket. I'm definitely getting there. I got, like, congestion going on for sure. We're getting there. You're gonna be -8 with a wind chill of -30? Yeah, I mean, I'm in Indiana, right? So, like, I'm in a not, like, Arctic portion of the U.S., but I'm sure if you're in, like, Minnesota or, like, somewhere up north. Yeah, it's getting cold for, like, next week. Not just tonight. What about a small tent? Well, that's the thing. I was actually originally going to do exactly that. Like, I have a small tent that... I've had this tent now for, like, half a year. And I intended to originally use it for the stream where I was doing, like, the beer fest at the amusement park stream. I was going to go back to the campground near that amusement park and camp there for the night with that tent. And if you remember the story, basically I got way too drunk and I ended up sleeping in my car instead that night and didn't stream or didn't like film any of it. Oops. And I just haven't had an opportunity to use that tent since. But I own a tent. I haven't even taken it out of the box yet. But I have one for when I'm ready to use it. It's like for whatever reason the universe just keeps conspiring against me, like in a way where like I can't use it for some reason. Okay. Ask and you shall receive, boys. Oh, snap. Biscuit's done. Neat. Yeah. Well, there you go. It's just that easy. Hey, Joel. Hey, buddy. Alrighty. I'm a human being, alright? With human bodily functions and fluids. If you don't like that, then you hate humanity. What does that say about you? Did I just do a line of coke? Is that what that's supposed to look like? I don't know if you're doing coke right. I don't know about that, bud. It's raining on the downstairs neighbors. I feel like, if anything, I was more obnoxious during last year's camping stream out here. This one I feel like I'm being relatively tame, especially now that I've put the dangerous fire out. I'm just saying. Also, did I put this out, right? Yeah, we're good. Okay. Although I will say it's gotten colder since I put the fire, or the flame out, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Let me save the rest of this chili for later. I got my fill. Finish this off. Alright, I gotta try the other biscuit, I guess. And then we're not done. In case you thought we're done, in case you thought this was it, oh no, we still have one more thing to make. Oh. Now the honey biscuit, exactly, yeah. Yeah, try it. Okay. Let me put this in some Tupperware inside. And then we will do part 2 of this cooking stream. Cooking stream and like quasi-camping stream. I know like we're not actually camping tonight, but we're trying to like relive the vibes of last year's camping stream. Yeah. Huh. In fact, you know what? I'm going to take a piss. And I'm too lazy to take my microphone off, so if anybody currently from Twitch who works at Twitch is watching the stream right now, I'm currently going to be watering my plants. Okay. Yep. It's called plausible deniability, baby. Man, these plants are getting watered. Oh, I love my plants. Man, those biscuits are good, by the way. Oh, they're getting so hydrated, dude. Oh. Okay. And that is me flushing the toilet for fun. No other reason. Okay. I'm a good boy. Wash my hands. Okay. Anyways, let's get the honey biscuit out of there, shall we? All right. Oh. All right. Ah, yes. This hot toddy is not very hot anymore. Admittedly, this is more like a room temperature toddy. Still not bad, though. All right. Let's get the honey biscuit out of here, see what we're working with. Okay. I mean, like, looks pretty similar to the last one. No shocker there. See if oiling the bottom of this helped at all. Nope, it didn't. Okay. Well, oh, okay. Yep. Okay, saw this coming. Oh, okay. Yep. A little windy. Let's see, I can put this little rubber piece back on the air fryer. Come on. Alright, let's do the same thing. We're just going to kind of slice off the chunks that... I don't know, what do you want to call this? The chunks that bled through the grate here. Then we should be able to scoop it off the off of the little grate. Come on. Hell, even these chunks are already probably delicious to eat, right? Mmm. Ooh, okay, okay. Ooh, okay. Ooh. Alright. Alright, come on. Come to Papa. There we go. Alright, nice. Yes. Now, I already got a little preview from tasting like the little chunks that I scraped off the bottom there, but let's try it for realsies, because, spoiler alert, based on the little preview that I got, I think adding that honey might have taken this to the next level, if you will. Because the initial one was fine. It was okay. It, the texture of it, like the crunchiness, definitely paired super well with the chili, and the overall taste when paired with the chili was decent, but on its own, it was nothing special. It was fine. Let's try this one. Okay. This is there's like a little disc of like basically cornmeal biscuit, but it's all about what it tastes like, right? Let's see. Oh. Oh, man, the honey. Oh, baby. Oh. That's really good. Holy shit. That's all you needed was just a bit of honey. I don't know the exact amount I added, because obviously I just kind of eyeballed that shit, but The addition of the honey is clutch. Like, if I was going to make this recipe again, absolutely I'm adding honey, or at least some sort of sweetener to this. Like, it doesn't have to be honey, maybe just sugar, but... I mean, you can hear this, right? Mm. Cold. Overdone or perfect? Dude, it's perfect. Here, let me show you. Like, on the top, it's pretty browned, right? But, like, look at the center. Baby, look at that. Perfect. It's amazing, because it's got this, like, outer crust of, like, super crunchiness, but it's, like, a tiny, really thin layer of crustiness. Like, right on the inside, it's, like, pillowy, delicious, soft, and perfect. Oh. Is it super windy there? Yeah, it's getting pretty windy right now. And cold, for what it's worth. Oh. If the batter was slightly thicker and held a better shape, it would have been even better inside. Yeah, I only made a third of the recipe, or a third recipe, so maybe somehow I fucked up the proportions, but the recipe said, like, it was supposed to be the consistency of, like, barely wet dough, essentially, whereas we had something more akin to, like, really thick pancake batter, so... Part of it might have had to do with the fact that we just went with the ghetto milk instead of buttermilk solution, so that might have made it, like, thinner than it was supposed to be. But taste-wise, I mean, it's there. It's really good, and especially when you add the honey. Whew, that's really tasty. And texture-wise, like, yeah, it might have been, like, maybe flatter than your conventional biscuit, but texture-wise, it's crunchy on the outside, pillowy soft on the inside. Batter would have worked well in a muffin tin. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I agree. Still good here, though. And, you know, if you're camping and you only have something like a Dutch oven or a small air fryer available to you, like, it still works. Like, maybe the shape is not exactly what you expect, but taste-wise, like, and texture-wise, like, it's there. Oh. Okay, let's do the next part of the cooking stream. This will be a shorter part, because I'm getting cold. Fuck camping out here tonight. It's way too windy. My God, I'd guarantee you I'd probably freeze to death. I'm not even kidding. I'd probably freeze to death tonight if I tried to camp out here, so... Alright. Let's move on to part 2. Now, part 2 is not going to be as long as part 1, but... Oh. But, if anybody would remember correctly, last year when we did the stream out here... Alright, I'm just enjoying this. This is good. Last year when we did the stream out here, you might remember, this was our first ever Clueless Bachelor camping stream. And along the theme of camping, we decided, over our tiny little campfire last time, not the giant one we had tonight, we made s'mores. Traditional American camping thing, right? Like, do the marshmallow over the fire and then put it between the graham cracker, put the chocolate, blah, blah, blah. Good night, Argus Nickarn. Thanks for watching, dude. So you might remember that eventually we decided to try to, like, innovate on the s'more, right? Try to make the next evolution of s'mores, if you will, by making the Smorkie, aka a combination of a s'more plus cookie. And it's safe to say that the Smorkie, I think we've tried it 3 times now, and each time it's been, like, not ideal. Like, I guess we've innovated on it to the point where it's gotten better than the first time. But we've never really gotten the Smorkie to the place that we feel like it probably should be, which is something that, like, is just basically like a s'more encased in cookie. So we've tried, like, using the oven. We've tried using a Dutch oven over a campfire. I've tried, like, a barbecue grill. None of that's worked. So here's what we're going to try this time, all right? So when I went camping with my sister over the course of this past little Christmas break, at the end of the night, like, after we'd already made dinner over the campfire, we decided, like, my sister had gone to the grocery store and gotten some cookie dough, just like some regular cookie dough and little cookie dough thing that you'd get from the grocery store. And we didn't have an oven, obviously. We're just sitting there at a campground with a campfire. But we had a cast iron skillet, so we were like, well, what if we just tried to, like, make a cookie as if it was, like, almost like a pancake, right? So you just, like, take a little thing of cookie dough, just plop it on there, and just, like, cook it on one side, and then you flip it, and then cook it on the other side, and then kind of like a pancake, right? And then you eat it, and then, I don't know, it kind of should work the same way, right? So the answer was it sort of worked, kind of. The middle was still undercooked, but the outsides were good, and overall it was still, like, it tasted like a cookie, and we were very drunk at that point, so, like, like anything would, raw cookie dough would have been fine. So that gave me some inspiration. So I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe this is the same strat we could use for the Smorkie, right? Traditionally, we've tried to make it in a way where, like, you try to cook it in an environment similar to an oven. That's just not worked. So this time, we're going to try to make the Smorkie in more of a, like I said, almost like a pancake fashion, where we're going to make the Smorkie and put it on the, not the grill, but the, in this case, the skillet, and see if we can just, like, cook it on one side, flip it, cook it on the other side. All right? So let's take that away from now. Let's start working on our Smorkie, shall we? Now, first things first, before literally anything else, we need to just create essentially what is a s'more, an uncooked s'more, okay? And then we're going to try to do our best to encase that in cookie dough. So let me clean off this cooking board using nature's garbage disposal. Okay, okay. Hey, Joel. Hey, bud. Let's get our s'more ingredients, shall we? We got the graham cracker. My camera's shaking. It's that cold. Oh, let me... yeah, you're right. Let me put you back on the... because I put you in more like a enclosed space earlier, so that way you wouldn't shake as much. Let me put you back up here, so that way you... hopefully are a bit more stable. There we go. Alright, that'll work, that'll work. Down like here. Gotta keep Joel in frame, obviously. Alright, so let's prepare the Smorkie. I guess the air fryer can go... We're done with the air fryer, right? Yeah. Alright. Also, I wonder if you could cook a Smorkie in an air fryer. Probably. Alright. Oh, yo. Alright. So, let's build a s'more. First things first, right? Now, we'll want to keep this relatively low profile, since we want to have this sort of kind of disc-shaped, almost, if you will. Because we want this to be sort of flat, so we can cook it akin to, like, how a pancake gets cooked. So, I think what I'll do is just take one graham cracker, split it in half, so that we can encase this properly. Because in the past, I think one of the mistakes I've made with the Smorkie is we tried to make it too big. We tried to make it with, like, a 2 whole graham crackers, where I think maybe just using one, splitting it in half might be the play to make it cook more evenly. Oh, fuck, I'm getting cold. Oh, okay. What does the weather say, by the way? Chat. Because I'm looking at like a little light out here. And I'm starting to see some precipitation coming down, but I get the feeling that might be frozen this time around. If it's not, it's cold. 35? Oh, it's a really windy 35 in that case. My God, man. Okay. Okay, so we got the graham cracker here, okay? Alright. Let's get the chocolate and marshmallows. Chocolate. Chocolate! Chocolate! I'd like to buy all your chocolate, please. Chocolate. I remember chocolate. I hated it. Alright, so. That doesn't split all that well. Well, we're going to put that there. The rest of this, save for something else. Sorry. In case you're wondering why I'm getting all of a sudden much less enthusiastic and much less talkative, it's gotten so much colder in the past, like, 20 minutes. It's starting to get really windy. And like even if like it's still the same temperature, like oh my god, it is so much colder now. Oh, okay. All right. Come on. I am a man. Okay, so marshmallows. Traditionally, you just roast one marshmallow over the fire and then put it on here, but we're gonna try to slice this marshmallow, make it a little thinner, so that way. That way we can get this a little flatter compared to normal, and so that way hopefully it'll be more, I don't know, pancake shaped, like I said. So let's cover it. Here's what we'll do. Perfect. We'll put it both underneath and over the chocolate. I know, intermittently, I'm just still enjoying the fuck out of this little cornmeal biscuit, but the one with honey is good as fuck, dude. Next stream, so Sunday, if you want the recipe, ask me for it, and I can hook you guys up. Honey included, of course. Okay, so there's the marshmallow on the bottom, and then maybe put marshmallow on the top as well. I want to keep this flat, though. You know what? Maybe it's fine, actually. Because I don't want it to get too thick, so... There's a s'more, right? So you got the chocolate, the graham cracker, the marshmallow. All right, you know what? Actually, that's Gucci. Let's not make that too thick. We've made that mistake in the past, and it bites us. Oh, did my chat die on my phone? No. Nope, yeah, okay, phone's dead. All right, let's get the laptop out. Laptop's gonna have to carry the chat for the rest of the stream. Fuck it. Oh, I'm cold. All right, hold on. Hey, Joel. Hey, buddy. All right, laptop. Oh, yeah, laptop is kind of scuffed for chat, but it's gonna have to get the job done. For whatever reason, my Chromebook at this point is like over 10 years old, so Twitch chat, its ability to process Twitch chat is spotty, let's say. Okay. Oh, okay, I just had snow blow into my balcony. Yeah, it's definitely snowing now. Okay. Alright, so it's not just me, it's cold now. Alright. So, what we're going to do is we're going to get out cookie dough. Chat, someone say something so that way I know that my laptop chat's working now. There we go. Catch you a snowflake? Well, it's like melting snowflakes. It's like more like falling little ice mini chunks. I don't know, whatever. Bring you into the kitchen. I mean, if I'm about to freeze to death, I will, but I'm committed, man. I'm making it out here. Fuck it. Kitchen? What kitchen? We're at a campground. Hello? Alright, Joel, I don't want you to get it wet, Joel. Alright. I don't want to get Joel dirty, you know? So, like, we'll just... Can you see Joel over here? Joel's gonna chill over here. Okay. Hey, Joel. Hey, bud. Alright, so, what we're gonna do with this cookie dough that we have... Why are you doing exclamation point weather? It's literally at the bottom of the screen, is it not? Oh, fuck, I can't open this. Come on, come on. Fuck. Alright, I'm gonna use a knife. Fuck it. Just that easy. Okay. So, what we're gonna try to do is make like the thinnest possible layer of cookie dough to encase this this Smorkie. So that way, hopefully, it can cook all the way through and not have to worry about like the outside being overcooked and the inside being undercooked, which is a problem we've run into the past for the Smorkie, right? So, let's get out maybe a third of this package of cookie dough. If we roll this out, we can always roll out more. I'm gonna roll out this and see if, like, once it's rolled out, if it's enough to encase the s'more, the pre-made s'more, if you will. You want me to do? I'm gonna light this. Not because I need it yet, but simply because I need fire to make it warm. Where's my matches? Okay, there you are. Hello. Alright. Come on. Freezing to death, man.
Yes.
Life or death situation right here, buddy. There we go. All right. Wait. All right. Oh, that's nice. Okay, there we go. Yes. Yes. All right. Oh, that is very nice. Okay. And we're going to use our rolling pin, aka a piece of PVC pipe, to roll out our cookie dough. This hot toddy is ice cold now. All right, well, should have drank that faster. What's up, Malice Aran coming in hot with the tier 1 sub now for 36 months. Appreciate it, bud. Happy 3 years. Keep warm. Try my best, bud. Try my best. All right, your sub will go directly to the Staying Warm Fund. No fucking shot I'm camping out here again. Once was enough, man. I'll be so happy to just sleep in my warm bed tonight, that's for sure. Okay, this is not rolling out in the way that I imagined in my head. I was kind of imagining like a nice, consistent, even sheet of dough, and this is more like a sticky paste that's sticking to the quote-quote rolling pin. Probably doesn't help that it's cold out here. Come on, baby. Flour the roller. Yeah, maybe that might help, actually. Bed? I know, right? Imagine sleeping in a bed in 2024. Okay, we're kind of making this work, sort of. I'm just worried that it's not going to stick to... I'm worried it's going to stick to the cutting board. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, ay, ay. Come on, baby. Oh, that's definitely just going to stick to the cutting board, dude. Seems like enough to encase like one side of the s'more. Might need the other little bit though. Let's see here. It's not what I'd call a consistent casing. Well, okay, hold on, wait a minute. That's not bad actually. Okay, hold on. If I just get like a nice little top for this, actually it's not as bad as I initially thought. It's kind of doing an okay job at encasing this s'more. Almost start another fire on my balcony and get that adrenaline flowing again. Yeah, that definitely helped keep me warm earlier. The threat of burning down my entire apartment complex. That definitely did get the blood flowing, no doubt about that. Oh, cracked the graham cracker a little bit, but okay. Well, this is actually, the encasement of this is actually going pretty well. I'll show you the close-up here in a second, I promise, but let me finish this off so that way we can hopefully get this on the skillet here, because we're going to cook it over this in case that's not obvious. Okay, so need a little more cookie dough, I think. Did you miss the Smorkie? Nope, you are just in time for the Smorkie, actually. We're probably going to have to cook this, like, not just on one side, but probably on a bunch of different sides, like to cook each different side here, like each sides of this cube essentially, but that's okay. I'm willing to be patient. Because like I said, this sort of worked when my sister and I cooked cookies over the campfire a few weeks ago, so I don't know. In theory this should work, right? Maybe. Okay, here we go. That, kids, is a s'more fully encased in a relatively thin layer of cookie dough. I feel like this would definitely work better in the oven. Why have I not just tried doing exactly this but with the oven? But it's too late, we're trying it here. Can you hear that wind? Holy fuck. Is my sister single? Bro. Okay. I mean, honestly, man, that's looking pretty good. Look at this, look at this. There's a s'more in there. I like it. This probably would work better with an oven. So maybe if this fails, I'll try this next time. This exact same process, but in the oven. But, like, I mean, I don't know. It looks pretty legit. Okay. And then maybe what I'll do is we got some butter left over from the... from doing the cornmeal biscuits earlier. So I think we just put some butter in the pan and just try to fry this in butter and see if it works. What's up, Dr. Bubbles coming in off the Prime sub now for 19 months. Anti-under-bridge fund? Yeah, we'll go with the balcony fund instead. Appreciate it, bud. Your sub will go directly to, well, that. Okay. By the way, yeah, I haven't not drank enough tonight. I'm still relatively sober. I've gotten way too distracted by the actual cooking. Ugh, gross. Let me try to remedy that real quick. Hold on. Here's the rest of the hot toddy. Cheers, boys. Oh. Getting windy out here. Okay. Also, crumbs are flying everywhere, like cornmeal crumbs. Whatever, it's fine. All right. Oh, keep me warm, please. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Oh. All right. Okay, all right. We have a second skillet just for the Smorkie that we had prepared. You might recognize this. This is the exact pan we used last year for the original balcony camping stream. I used this skillet over the little candle holder that failed tonight, but it's made its return 1 year later. Okay, so let me get the butter out like I talked about, right? Where did I put that butter? Oh, I put it in the cooler. That's right. I've got a cooler out here as if I need to keep things cool out here. Yeah, cool. Cold as balls out here. Like, before I know it, stuff's gonna start freezing. Where's the butter? Where's the butter? Where's the butter? There it is. Okay. Oh, yeah. All right. Oh, it's a race against time before I freeze to death. Come on, baby. Living in a cooler right now, dude. It's colder than that. I mean, I don't know what the exact temperature is. I guess you guys know more than I do, but I'm starting to struggle a little bit, dude. I'm not gonna lie. It's getting pretty cold. All right. All right. Is this warm yet? Let's just put the butter over here. Let's see. It's starting to melt, but not warm enough. Let me give you a better POV of the pan. Give you more of a top-down view, if you will. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, look at that, baby. Production value. Oh yeah. All right. I'm gonna turn up the heat a little bit here. Fuck it. There we go. Because I am not in the mood to be patient. Okay. Still showing 35? Man. It's just the wind. That's all it is, right? I mean, wind chill's a thing, obviously. If it weren't for the wind, yeah, I'm sure it'd be fine, but the wind is pretty rough at this point, not gonna lie. I knew this would happen. I saw the weather report, and like, for the first couple of hours of stream, it was gonna be mostly kind of pleasant, and then it was gonna get really windy and awful. Yeah, we've officially reached the windy and awful point, I guess. All right, turn the heat down a little. Alright. Send it, baby. I don't know what I was expecting. I thought it was going to be like, but no, that didn't happen, but alright. Let's be patient and see what happens, I guess. Turn the heat up more, I guess. Alright. Is anything happening? I don't know. Should I get a, like, oh, maybe I should get a lid for this, actually, like a cover. That might help, actually. Hold on. What do I have that could cover this? I guess just like a pizza tray, right? I got that. Fuck it. Hold on. Oh! Oh, it's so warm in here. Why am I not just cooking indoors? Oh my god, I feel like a normal person in here. Oh. Alright. Hold on. Here we go. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. I'm doing this for you, Chad. I'm freezing my balls off for you. I'm gonna go back outside now. Oh! Alright. Okay. So maybe if I just cover this and turn the heat up a bit? Sure. Okay. Why not? Seems to work. Should that be much thinner? I mean, sure, in an ideal world, if you want to cook it pancake style, yes, it'd be thinner, but like, you gotta fit an entire s'more inside of the cookie, right? So, you can only make it so thin. But I think, if this fails, and it feels like it probably will, because I don't know, the previous 3 Smorkies that failed. I think the 5th iteration of Smorkie might end up being this exact like form factor, but in the oven. Because I feel like in the oven this might actually work, because this is much more encouraging than the previous 3 that were more, I don't know. They were more just like spherical, if you will. I just kind of like balled it up in this little like Smorkie just ball, and it just didn't work well. Why is Lil Bro cooking my back porch? I don't know what you're talking about. It's a campground. A very cold one. Beer will help, right? Fuck sleeping out here, though. I already did it once last year to prove that I could do it. I don't need to prove that shit again. Fuck that, man. I'm sleeping in my warm bed tonight. This will be the greatest warm shower of my life a little later. I do want to do a camping stream at some point while it's still, like, winter. I don't know where and when exactly, but I want to make it a little more. You know what? I'd love to rent out like some sort of cabin somewhere, and I could cook outside but still sleep in the cabins. It'd still be like kind of legit and kind of cold, but not like the balcony, you know. Reminds you of pizzellas, pizzelles. That sounds like some ghetto poor people shit, but okay. Really thin cookies, used to make them around Easter season with the family. Sure, if you say so. Make sure I have a winter tent. Don't take a summer tent out and expect to stay warm. Yeah, I don't own a winter tent. I do have what I guess is a summer tent, right? But that's the problem. I'd love to buy like a full legit like winter camping setup, because that would be kind of fun, but realistically, like, I can't really probably justify the cost. I don't know how much it is to buy like a full winter camping setup, but I'm sure it's not cheap. And if I'm going to only realistically camp like once every winter, then it might be rough. Okay, I probably waited too long in this, by the way. I'm starting to smell like something that's akin to burning. Hold on. Hold on. I don't have a towel to lift this braid, do I? Okay. Whoa! Alright, that's looking like something. Alright, it's a little melty on the bottom, but hold on. Oh yeah, I can fix this. Okay, hold on. I mean, that looks okay. A little crispy on the top here, but not bad. Okay, alright. I don't know how I'm gonna cook the sides, but I mean, this doesn't like, that's not, yeah, it's not like blackened or anything. It's okay, it's okay. The question is the inner part cooked. That I don't know, but okay. Let me kind of squish this down a little bit and then put the cover back over. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Alright, Smorkie in progress, baby. I thought I had maybe left it on there for too long, but it actually looks pretty good. Okay. On what planet is this gonna work? Shut up, dude. It's gonna work. It's gotta work. It'll work. Because cooking cookies over a campfire skillet kind of sort of worked when I was really drunk with my sister at a campground, so clearly this will work as well, right? It's time for another snot rocket, boys. I don't know if this is on camera or not, but it needs to be done. Oh. Alright. That'd clear the sinuses a bit. Alright. Someone donated $50. I can't see direct donos because I don't see my OBS right now, but shit, hold on. I can go inside and check. I mean, I guess you're saying I have to go inside and get warm and look at who donated $50? Okay, hold on. Shit, if I have to. Oh my god, it's so warm in here. What the fuck? What am I doing? Oh. Okay, for reference, I'm currently looking like my OBS right now and just seeing the scene that I'm currently seeing, just like what you guys are seeing on stream, and this looks fucking ridiculous. Hi, hello, what's up? Who came in hot with a 50? FFZTTV. Frankerface Z TTV? Is that, I don't know if that's the official Frankerface, probably not, but regardless, tipped $50. Goddamn, dude, thank you, sir. Holy shit, that's a lot of money. I mean, that'll go directly to the cooking stream fund. Fuck it, dude, thank you. Can I just stay in here for the rest of the stream? This is nice. I'm warm. Oh man, that's a lot of... Oh, the plates! Oh, you guys can't see, I guess, but... things are shaking a bit. The plate is almost flying away. Okay, I'm gonna go outside before things start to fly away. Yeah, back out, back out. All right. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm coming, Joel. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, don't you fly away on me now. All right. Oh, this plate was like, I saw this plate like hovering there for a bit on the cam. That was a little sketch. All right. What's the temperature? It's literally at the bottom of the screen, dude. Not warm, I can tell you that. And you know, the temperature's not even that bad. It's just the wind, man. The wind is rough right now. The wind is making it like really, really cold. That shit's just going straight through every piece of clothing I'm wearing right now. Okay, I wonder how close this is to getting done on this side. It's just that easy. Cook the food, get the money. I guess so, dude. Appreciate the dono. That's a fatty fucking dono. I don't know what I did to deserve that, but I will use this for more ridiculous cooking and camping shenanigans in the future. I can promise you that. I gotta use the I want to use the same cooking apparatus that I tried to use earlier, like the whole campfire in a can plus candle holder thing for cooking. I want to use that again, just in a place where that's more safe and not my actual home that I don't want to burn down. Like an actual campground would be a better place to do it, you know? Why do I always look homeless when I'm cooking food? Because I stream WoW for a living. I'm just trying to practice for my near future life. Okay. Let's see how's this looking. Alright. I really should have pot holders, but I don't, so I'm gonna use a paper towel again. Fuck it. It'll be fine. Alright. Oh, hold on. Don't want to burn the fingies again if I can avoid it. Alright. Oh, that looks... Well, that doesn't look great. I'll give you a little close-up of what's going on right now, just to show you what I'm currently looking at. Yeah, the sides of this kind of came off, and it didn't really keep its structural integrity all that much, did it? Well, okay. I'll just keep the close-up, whatever, fuck it. Could this be better? Yeah. Man, I thought this would work. One day I'm gonna perfect the Smorkie, man. One day. God damn it. Okay. Okay, can I flip this? Is that possible? Okay, well, the s'more inside is kind of coming free. Oh, oh man. Why is this so hard to pull off, man? Like, the concept seems so simple. It's just a s'more encased in cookie. Why is this so difficult to actually make a reality? This is the fourth time I've tried, and the fourth time I've more than likely failed. Fuck. Man. I don't even know if this is stay together in the oven, man, because, like the problem is, like, the sides just, like, melt off, right? So, like, cookie dough just doesn't hold its shape, and once you heat it up, that's the problem. It starts to melt. Well, I mean, okay, hold on. I'm kind of putting this back together a little bit by just reshaping this with the spatula. Okay, maybe we're not... Maybe we're not completely fucked. Hold on. Can I flip this again? Well, okay. I thought it was like, oh, hold on, wait a minute, but, well, it just doesn't hold its structure, man. I need to find, like, some sort of more rigid cookie dough, I think, is maybe the solution, because, like, every time I use a store-bought cookie dough, it's too fluid, and then it just melts too much and doesn't hold its shape, and It becomes this kind of like gooey disaster. Oh man. You know, when I perfect this, man, I'm gonna become the next genius of camping dessert, but we're not quite there. We're not quite there. This part is the s'more, by the way. The rest is like the cookie that's melted off, or the, you know. Oh, it's windy. Okay. Mmm, yummy. All right, we're good. Okay, all right. That would be the pan lid, aka the pizza tray that just fell to the ground. Don't mind that. Okay. The funny thing is, like, this looks like sort of structured here, right? Kinda. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. Let me. I think for better or for worse, it's time to plate this up, boys. I think whatever we got is what we got at this point. Okay. Alright. EK Golding coming out with the gifted tier 1 sub. Thank you, sir. He'll go directly to the Smorkie version 5 fund, inevitably when that's going to be necessary. Cheers, brothers. Alright. Do I really want the answer to the Smorkie? Sure, I'm all ears, dude. Put the cracker down, then the chocolate, then the marshmallow, then put the cookie dough on top of the marshmallow and put it in the oven. Lets the cookie melt over everything and stays together with the graham cracker. Why would that work? I mean, like, okay, so basically you're just saying do what I did, except don't put the cookie, like, in the underneath part. I feel like just, well, maybe I should try it, but I feel like just the cookie dough would just melt all away. I don't know. What happened to the Dragonbreath chili? We already finished it and made it. It was delicious, man. It was consumed, and it was tasty. And the rest is currently sitting in my kitchen waiting to be put into Tupperware. Need to deep fry it? That's an idea. Holy fuck, I didn't even think of that, but you know what? Why did I never think of that? You're right. I wonder... I think the main issue with deep frying is that, like, would it cook through before, like, you burned it on the outside? You'd have to make the cookie dough, like, really thin. My hand looks cold. It is fucking freezing, dude. I'm literally just putting this over the cookie, not because, like, I'm trying to, like, do anything. I'm just... It's cold, and I'm trying to, like, warm my hand up. That's actually not a bad idea, though. A deep-fried Smorkie? Would that work? Like, the cookie would have to, like, it'd have to cook in the oil. Like, would it cook enough? I don't know. My hand looks severely damaged. It's not that bad, Jesus. If anybody who watched that show Alone that I was talking about, like, has watched that, like, it could be a lot worse. Not anywhere close to frostbite, Jesus. All right, anyways, let's quote plate this up, shall we? All right. Oh, come on. Hoi. All right, there we go. Well, all right. This is Smorkie version 4, boys. Versions 1 through 3 have not worked out particularly well. And maybe this one, it doesn't look, well, it looks like something. I don't know, we'll see. Let's turn this off. Well, before I turn that off. Okay. Okay. How long have I been out here now? Only 3.5 hours? Jesus Christ, I'm a giant pussy. Okay. I was doing so well for those first couple of hours, and then it got windy. That's really all it is. Oh, all right. Okay. All right. Yeah, all right. Okay. Let's over here. Okay. Ugh. So, the Smorkie. There we are. This guy ever heard of gloves? Well, I can't really cook with gloves on. I don't know. It's minus 53 degree F where you live with the wind chill come to a cooking stream in your yard? Where the fuck do you live? Minus 53, what the fuck? Needed to use a basic batter over the cookie dough? Yeah, but would the cookie itself actually freeze or actually cook at that point? Or freeze. You can literally deep fry ice cream, that shit'll work 100%. Yeah, but like you're not trying to cook the ice cream, but you want to cook the cookie dough. You don't want like, I mean, raw cookie dough is still good, right? But like ideally you want it to be like actually cooked. All right. Let's try this out. I've got a fork around here somewhere, right? Where the fuck did I put that fork? Fuck. Oh, it's currently covered in cornmeal batter. Whatever. That was good cornmeal batter. Okay. Fry oil needs to be 350 degrees. It'll cook. I'm willing to give it a shot. Let's put it that way. I honestly, that's the best idea I've heard for the Smorkie yet so far. It's not a bad idea. I don't know where or when I'd do it, but next time I try. But okay, here, okay. Smorkie, all right? There's a s'more in there somewhere, and there's cookie and stuff, and yeah. Let's see if I can give you guys some semblance of like a cross section, if you will. I mean, well, there you go. Doesn't that look delicious? Fucking nailed it. All right. Okay, let's give it a shot, shall we? Just this giant little array of sugar. I mean, just you left something looking like that at the rest stop bathroom. I mean, it's not bad. It's like, it's cookie dough that's been slightly overcooked with a marshmallow and chocolate inside. Like, that's not bad. The funny thing is, like, when I say in the past that my Smorkies have failed, it's not really because of the taste. It's more just because of the presentation, because, like, obviously this looks, not great. But, the taste is always fine, right? It's always just, like, it tastes like a cookie with, like, marshmallow and graham cracker inside. But, like, I mean, that's not bad. I just want to make something that looks like it's just like a cookie on the outside, like an actual baked cookie. Like, I want to get to that point, right? We're just like encased in baked cookie, and we're not there yet. But it's like, it's actually fine. It tastes exactly like what the ingredients would suggest it is, right? It is cookie, plus graham cracker, plus marshmallow, and chocolate. It has some molten chocolate in there too that's like melted, so like clearly like the heat got through to like the chocolate inside, so I mean that worked. Is this going to be served at any Michelin star restaurants on their dessert menu? Probably not, but I mean, I'm eating it. It's not bad. Mildly warm, that helps too. Okay. Okay. Well, honestly, now it's cooled down a bit. I mean, I know like the color, it still looks questionable, but the structure is not bad. This is better structure than previous Smorkies. The previous Smorkies have either turned into like this charred ball of awfulness, or this melted, very sad disc of just pool of cookie goo. This one at least like actually holds its structure now that it's cooled down. Like I can just like literally lift this up and it's just like this. I literally just eat it like this. Like it actually, now that it's cooled down, it's actually gotten the color is not appealing, I realize, but the structure is actually, this is actually what you're looking for, right? It's like a solid piece of something, and you can just bite into it. Okay. Despite first impressions that didn't look promising, this actually kind of worked. I could still improve on it, and I like the deep frying idea. That definitely has potential, but this actually kind of worked. This is not bad. Really fucking sweet, like, oh, sickeningly sugary sweet. But that's to be expected with these ingredients. But, it certainly had no issues cooling down fast enough, and once it did, honestly, actually it holds its structure impressively well, and looks kind of what I expect it to. Like, ideally, we're trying to get more of the golden brown cookie color, not the dark, close to burnt brown. Like, it doesn't taste burnt at all. It's just like, it's literally just the outside that is like that. The inside is fine, actually, but yeah, okay. I think we're gonna end stream now because I'm cold. I'm so cold. I've never been this cold on stream before. Like, I know, like last year we did our camping stream outside, and it got colder than this by the end of the night, and I was doing better just because the wind was never this bad. The public park was not this cold either. Like, the public park, like, unironically, inside the cardboard box was actually like fairly cozy. Oh, this has been a rough one. All right, I'm going to make my ways indoors, and we can wrap it up in there. And I got to clean all this shit up, which is gonna suck because I made a mess out here. I don't know how well you can tell, but we still have our jizz stains on the floor here from the campfire in a can. And yeah, like all of this back here has got a lot of crumbs. You can't really see it all that well, but there's a lot of crumbs back there, and this table is looking nasty as fuck. So yeah, I got some cleaning to do out here. But hey, you know what? Joelle at least is watching over us. Okay, let's take this home, shall we? Okay. Oh my god, it's so much warmer in here. Why did I not just cook indoors? Oh. Okay. Okay. Let's turn on the good mic. Hi, hello. Oh. My hands are very cold. Yeah, I mean, I guess you guys already saw them, but yeah, they're chilly. They're chilly. I have like such a respect for people that we talked about earlier, that show Alone. People are just like living outdoors for 80 days straight when it's below freezing, and like it gets down to like single digits and shit. Because I mean, I'm a pussy. I'm out there for like an hour and a half. I'm just like, well, all right, I guess I'm gonna freeze to death. Better go back inside. Old Dali would have slept on the patio. I actually, unironically, I will tell you this now. If I actually tried to sleep on the patio tonight, it would be dangerous for my health, like just straight up. Last year I was able to do it just because it wasn't windy at all. It was completely still. So like it was cold, but like I survived. But with this wind, that's nope. I was already concerned about this stream by the end of it, thinking like, fuck, it's gonna be pretty cold by the end, because it was supposed to be like if I look at the weather right now, what's the wind chill? Let me see. No, this is like a faucet at this point. Wind is no joke. Yeah, no, not at all. Yeah, wind chill, it only says 28, but my god, it feels colder than that. Anyways. Yeah, winds could occasionally gust over 50 miles an hour tonight. This is why I decided not to camp tonight. I was like, nah, I don't need 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts while I try to sleep on my balcony. Fuck that, dude. Oh, man. Okay. I'm going to call a stream right here, boys. That was fun, though. I enjoyed myself, even if it might have been scuffed as fuck, and even if the campfire in a can didn't necessarily work out perfectly. It was still fun. It was still fun. The chili was really good. The chili, honestly, was like very tasty. Like, the question is, did I like the pumpkin chili better or this one? Man, they're both tasty. I feel like it's hard for me to objectively answer that question just because when I ate the chili tonight, part of the reason it was so good is because I was cold and it helped warm me up. So what I'll probably end up doing is I'll use the rest of the ingredients that I still have left over and make like more of like a full portion of that chili and have it just on my own time. And I might be able to answer better like how I just think it taste wise compares to that pumpkin chili that I made. But both are good, no doubt about that. Anyways, no stream tomorrow because I streamed today instead. Hopefully you guys can forgive me for that. Hopefully you're okay with the fact that I froze my ass off today for you guys instead. Otherwise, let's see. Next stream's gonna be on Sunday. That stream's gonna be starting at probably about. It's gonna be the Fun Police speedrun for next. So I assume it'll start a little later than a typical raid. So let's for now assume it's something in the neighborhood of like 2 p.m. Eastern time, 20 CET. I'll start the stream when I start the stream. I'll just let you guys know on Discord. !Discord, blah 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 blah. You know all that shit, right? Otherwise, appreciate you guys hanging out. Appreciate you guys staying nice and warm while I froze my ass off outside. Hopefully you guys enjoyed yourself. You fucking degenerates. And, yeah, like I said, if you want me to share the recipes that I made tonight, let me know on Sunday's stream. I can give it to you then because, they were quite good. Anyways, if you're NA, have a good rest of the night. If you're EU, have a good rest of the very early morning. If you're OC, have a good rest of the late morning at this point. And I'll catch you guys on Sunday for... Oh, is internet shitting the bed right now? Keck W. Well, that's alright, that's okay. Now I don't mind if it shits the bed now. I'll catch you guys on Sunday. Did the music die at some point? What happened to that? Oh, it did.